Alright, welcome back to the anniversary session for this campaign. Live and in person for the first time in a year. There's 4 of us together today to do this.
Yeah.
All 4 of us together.
No, we haven't done this in person before.
Nope.
You have to bear with me when I roll the dice and don't know what the hell I'm doing.
It's alright.
I think we've been in twos. So the time I had to stay here.
Yeah.
And obviously Abby
We've done a couple of
we've never done it.
Sessions sort of with a couple of people, but not with a full group. So for the anniversary, pushing the boat out. Ben's now bankrupt because he had to pay for all that petrol to get here.
Yes, well, thankfully I haven't, but I have to pay for it on the way back, and it's going to be sad. Yes, we need petrol on the way home. So, I hope you like the cardboard box. It's fine.
Anyway, quick recap. So, last time you guys made it to the city of Ithemel after witnessing an encounter with some Aurochs bulls that started having a big fight as you guys were sailing past, only for it to be disrupted by a rock coming in and attacking the herd. You guys managed to stay out of it without getting involved and just sailed on by, traversing the remaining distance on foot to the city and meeting with Lady Verona. You spent a couple of days just relaxing, hanging out while the marks that she agreed to make for you for the service you'd previously done for her were made, and you learned a little bit more about the Great Protector and the desolation in the north of the forest of Themyscira, and a bit more about why the elves are so precious about their borders. Stix spent some time trying to commune and meditate with Zuriel. Went out of his way to isolate himself in nature a little bit, and also helped an injured wolf he encountered along the way. You guys, Stix had returned, and you guys set off early in the evening, or in the late afternoon sun, towards Yelion, having learned that the Great Council actually is currently in situ in Yelion rather than in Themyscira, where you initially thought they were. I've marked out on the map the route that I think you guys roughly planned to take. You said you were going to remain within the forest. It's around a 15-day journey following that route. If you want to shorten it at all, you guys can cut across. You can take the more direct route, which will be around sort of 12-ish days, I think I worked out. And so it will be a little bit shorter, but it does take you closer to that northern edge of the Borenrab Desert, where you guys suspect that the quarry, this spirit, this being that you have encountered, is locating his forces, and have learned that a number of undead have come from and are attacking tiefling tribes that roam within the Borenrab Desert. So it's up to you where you'd like to go.
I only just made the connection that obviously they've gone to the tiefling place because the guy's a tiefling. I'm feeling very small right now. I thought, I guess he's just gone to the desert because it's central. Feeling very clever.
Well done.
So we're on our way.
Yes. It is the mid-afternoon, late afternoon, where you guys decided to set out, get a little bit of travel underway before nightfall, and start making some progress on your journey.
Awesome.
So that is where everyone is at. If everyone could make some survival checks for cover the first half of the journey with a
Oh, okay.
23.
sudden
23.
23 from Arwen,
Haha. 7.
7 from Stix.
What do you roll?
Haven't you got like a +7 to survival?
Hmm? I think I've got a +5 to
Ah,
survival.
right, okay.
Yeah. 8. No, I think it is 7 because I've only got. It's a d20 plus your wisdom.
15.
Yeah, what the fuck have I got? I've got- No, it is 8, yeah. I'm clever. Yeah, because I've got expertise in it, don't I? Yeah.
Yes, you've got a +7 to your survival. Does that mean you rolled a 1, Ben?
No, in that case I got a 10.
Well done.
Wow.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
My metal dice failed me.
Put that one to the side. Get the next one out.
I have spares.
That's genuinely what I've done some sessions. When we were rolling against the illithids in your campaign, and I was trying to get out of that stun, everyone that failed me I just put to the side and picked up the next one.
Oh, that was rough. That was.
Okay,
that was
so
rough.
alright, 23, a 15, and a 10. And for Neo, a natural 20
Fantastic.
with the brand new dice.
Hey.
That's bad for us, though.
Oh,
man.
God, yeah.
Oh fuck.
Jesus. Yeah, don't mind.
Shit. It'll be fine.
Okay, so if everyone can roll a d12 for me, please. Sorry, not a d12, a d8.
D8.
One that's like 2 pyramids stacked together.
I love this D8 because it's so fucking tiny. It's so tiny.
Oh, it is
I'm
tiny.
surprised
so
I bought it, but it's
So
I
like
bought
these
Abby a set of dice that size as well.
these dice are really mixed match. That the D20 is a
Yeah.
regular size, but this is just
Oh, that's odd.
so mini.
It's supposed,
Even the
it's
D4s
supposed to
are
be a
regular
mini
size.
set, but
That's-
yeah, the D20
That's really odd because the set I bought Abby, they're all small, even the d20.
And this is smaller. Yeah.
They're
So did he.
It's supposed to be a mini set, but
But the D20 is huge. Anyway, D8. 4.
4,
7.
4, so 3, 4, and 7. Okay. So the weather, as Stix can attest to, is currently quite pleasant and quite mild, and you set out getting a good few miles under your belt before things get too dark, and the sun starts setting. And you make camp on that first evening, feeling like you've made a good push in the few hours that you had underway. You spend the next day just carrying on walking. The weather maintains much the same. Time passes. You navigate yourselves pretty well. You've got a ranger and a paladin both of the wilds amongst you, so you're not worried about getting lost or anything like that. And so it's an extended period of travel, so if there's anything you guys would like to be working on while this happens, anything you'd like to be doing along the way, then you can. If not,
More Elvis training.
more Elvis training.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the evenings before you settle down, you want
Yeah.
to try and
I'm grabbing more sticks, just shoving them in the thing. Or like sometimes I'll like take off my armor and stick it on like the branch. To like, okay, this is a bad guy. Okay, it's got a shield. You don't hit the shield. Okay, it's got a sword. Sometimes maybe you want to hit the sword, but you don't want the sword to hit you. You want to hit him. And also just like walks off. Fuck's sake. No. Hit it. And I'm just gonna try and hit it What's Elvis bonus to hit? Is he a good boy? Or is he a bad boy? Oh god, it's only +5. This is 9. I don't know what that means. It's a stick.
It is a stick.
Probably. No,
So, yeah, you spend a bit of time trying to train Elvis, and as you say, he's just a bit distracted, it seems. You occasionally get him to charge, but he doesn't. You don't feel like the charge is committed. He doesn't really understand the urgency of the situation, and sometimes just gets a bit distracted by the foliage and sniffing things that are around, and sort of you'll be like charge, and he'll just be like and just wanders off just to find something that smells interesting.
'Tis mating season in the Feywild.
God.
Oh dear.
Oh well.
Neo, keep your weird animal away. Just in case.
His fey horse.
Yeah.
No. He doesn't mate, he sort of just pollinates.
Oh god. I don't know if that's better or worse.
Oh yeah, that's kind of worse, isn't it?
It's definitely worse.
Depends on your outlook. And how nasty
One
your mind
day
is.
you wake up and you've got like a runny nose and like itchy eyes, and it's just like it's pollinating season.
Oh dear god. Pretty cool though.
Did you say that would be cool?
Well yeah, like you wake up one morning and suddenly like, you know,
Oh no, I've accidentally been impregnated.
No, but like loads of bees are like,
By
you know,
breathing.
no, loads of like bees are like swarming around Elvis and taking like bits of his pollen and stuff and flying around, and then he just like, all this pollen comes off. Like that's a cool image.
Have you ever seen the clip of that tree where it falls and there's just this like
Yeah.
cloud? Yeah,
Just-
I imagine like Elvis will just like sneeze at some point and just poof, and
Yeah.
Stix will be covered in this like slightly yellow powder.
Yeah. And then one of those pollens will turn into another Elvis. But we're not in the Feywild, so it wouldn't, I guess it wouldn't work. Maybe. I don't really know how it works. It's not. He's not pollinating.
Thank God.
So a couple of days go by in this manner with Stix trying to train Elvis. And occasionally you might sort of dismount and run ahead a few yards and try and coax him into a charge towards you to get him trying to get him in that mindset of, oh, if there's a danger you've got to attack and react quickly. But unfortunately he seems to be much more sedate at the moment.
Yes.
But it is around mid-morning on the third day of travel that you guys spot some less savoury signs. You've had a couple of quite nice days, all of you just chilling, getting on, just getting the travel under your belt, and Arwen, you spot a couple of little hunter's traps near the pathway, and you guys are following sort of more like game trails and things like that, and these are vicious little traps. Like, you're a hunter, you know that you catch things, you kill things, you eat them. These are set up in such a way that they feel like they would be unnecessarily cruel.
Can I take a stick and just do them all? Like, set them all off?
Yeah, easy enough. You poke through them and just trip all the little loops and things like that. These are things like the wire that would form the snare has little other bits of wire like wrapped around it, so rather than it just cinching tight, it would cinch tight and have little bits that would stab it. And some of these things have been set quite big. They wouldn't just catch small little game and things like that. Some of these are a little bit meatier, as if to catch something larger. You do indeed find the classic, one of the things you find is the classic bear trap. And it's this big thing of quite rusted iron, but when you trigger it, it does snap shut with so much force that it just shatters the stick you've poked in to set off. And it moves with very clean action, doesn't squeak or anything like that. And you find a couple of small traps. You find this one bear trap, and then eventually you find hanging, hitched up by its neck, you find a small fox.
Is it dead?
It is, yeah.
No!
It is just limply hanging there.
Somebody's dying today.
It is just limply hanging there. You can see there's a little bit of blood has seeped from around its neck into its coat, and it is just hanging there.
How far up is it?
It's probably only sort of 3 feet off the ground, so its tail is almost touching the ground, but it's just been hitched high enough to drag it off the ground.
I'm gonna cut it down just so it's, laying on the floor, so it's not hanging,
Mm-hmm.
because that's not a very dignified way to
Yeah, it's kind of horrible.
Yeah.
be.
Okay, no problem. Easy enough
Can
to
I
do.
theoretically use my channel divinity to wrap vines around it? But that sort of acts like a sort of grave,
Mm-hmm.
theoretically. As like vines come out and just sort of wrap around it and, I guess, pull at it, but it's dead, so it's just
Yes.
sort of wrapped around it.
Yes. Normally your channel divinity would be a saving throw to not be grabbed and restrained by vines. However, it is dead, so I'll say yes, you can
Unless, bam bam bam, undead fox.
form a little,
I'll keep it.
almost like a viney. You would be like Shaun of the Dead,
Undead fox
just
face.
at the end. It's like, no. So yeah, these vines sort of will wrap up out of the ground, and you're channeling it in a little bit more of a slower way this time, so that it reaches up and just slowly crests over and wraps around the other side, and almost pulls down into the earth a little bit, and forms like this little sort of cairn shape. So rather than being like a stone cairn, it's made of vines.
Here we go, little guy. I can have a short rest so I can get it back.
What, in amongst the traps?
Yes, theoretically, that's where we're safest.
Okay, if you want, you guys can take a short rest.
True.
If I get a short rest, I get my channel divinity back. I only learned that 2 weeks ago. And we've been doing this for like a year now. I don't mind. We can press on if you would like. I don't need the short rest. Let's keep going. Why am I? Things aren't reset for me.
Yes, you should all be. As I had several long rests in this time, so you should all be fully maxed out.
To the arse.
Spell slots and everything like that should be restored. Just double check. These are good. Yes.
Cool.
But I think and you have the highest passive perception, so you would spot that there are a couple of boot prints in and around this trap.
What?
There are a couple of boot prints
Oh, boot prints.
that are quite distinctively placed.
How big are they? Are they like man-sized or like big?
Yeah, they seem averagely sized.
Okay, that's fine. Should we follow them, or
Yes.
so we can give them a piece
I-
of our mind?
Yeah, I would definitely say yeah. If these are like unnecessarily,
Vicious.
grotesque traps. Yeah.
Okay, make a survival check.
Aha! 21.
21.
16.
16.
9.
Nice.
Nice.
That's the training.
Oh yeah, so Stix points, Arwen points them out, Stix, you get there and you start to follow the path through, trying to point them out to Klari, and Klari, you're just sort of looking at them going, and turns to Neo, it's like, can you see any of that? No. Just leave them to it. Just trust they know where they're going. And so you follow these tracks, and you divert a little bit off course in pursuit of them. and after walking for 20 minutes or so, you cross an area of rougher, rockier ground, and you lose the tracks in amongst this hard earth, where it's sort of hard packed earth over a very thin layer, sort of almost over stone or something like that, just in this sort of natural terrain. And make another survival check or investigation check to see if you can find the tracks again. To find you followed them in. And
oh god, that's less good. That's a 12.
I can know the number, the size, and how long ago they were there.
okay,
By the way.
Oh, because we're in your favourite terrain.
these are the tracks of one individual.
Mm-hmm.
The size is probably large, a little bit larger than average for a man.
Okay.
And they were probably a day old.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. 16 again.
16. Okay. So Stix, you walk out into this and you start looking around and you realise you can't work out where they've gone. You start searching sort of one side of this area, and when you start searching the other, when you happen to find a set of tracks first, and after studying them for a little bit, you realise that you think these are the same tracks. They seem to have turned a little bit, and so rather than leading straight across, diverting slightly to the north again, and you follow them. And after another sort of 40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes of walking, you start hearing quite a cheerful whistling tune coming through the trees towards you.
Okay. Are we just playing this like aggressive, or are we just? I don't really know, because like I'm not entirely sure. I feel like... Yeah.
How far away
Forgot what I was saying.
is this thing that's coming towards us?
You can just hear a pleasant whistling tune coming.
I'm going
So probably
to use
not more than 60 feet.
not more than 60 feet.
I can entangle them.
I can. No, I can't because we didn't short rest, so I don't know my child ability. But I can ensnare them if I hit him or her. Bastards can be women too. Go pal.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this one doesn't hurt, so if we've got the wrong person.
That is a good point.
This is just a random person walking through the woods.
I could do it with my little hammer, just like prod them and then suddenly. I think we open a little more talkative, and then maybe we can. What's the thing? Like, determine whether it's the right person, and then maybe get into a spot, to close in on a little bit.
Good plan.
I guess.
They don't seem like they're gonna kill us.
Yeah. So I'm going to whistle back. No, I'm not going to whistle back. I'm going to play my flute. My pan flute.
Okay.
I'm just going to start playing my little pan flute. Just walking along.
Okay. You're going to start playing your pan flute Stix. Upon the sound of your pan flute overtakes this whistling, and it seems to drop off. But you guys are just walking in the direction you heard the noise.
Yeah.
So you walk maybe 40, 50 feet through the trees before you I mean, you spot it from a little ways off, but you can see that there is a campfire burning. There is a figure sitting there. Seems to be using a cut log as a stool, and is currently skinning some sort of animal. And as you walk up, you can see there is a fire going. There is a pot hung over the fire with some sort of stew, potentially. It smells like cooking in that. And off to one side, there is a rack hung up, and you can see rabbits, squirrels, a couple of foxes and things like that, all hanging from it. And there is a number of, a couple of pelts as well seem to have been already skinned, and laying at this figure's feet. You can see they're currently skinning another small creature as well.
Yeah, this is definitely the guy.
There is there's also a tent set up, and you can see a number of bags sort of scattered or rather placed about. There's sort of collection of bags in different places, maybe sort of piles of 3 or 4, and they look like sort of travelling knapsacks and things like that. They're similar to what you'd carry for keeping things in.
This arsehole better not have a family. Because Arwen won't hesitate, but Abby will.
Can I?
Hearing you coming, this sort of gruff-looking figure, now you get close, sort of looks up in your direction, places the creature that is skinning to one side, but still holds this quite wicked and savage-looking long knife that they were using to skin in one hand, and sort of leans back and sort of sits up straight. It's like, "You're right then."
Yeah, I'll just sort of.
Don't meet many travellers on these roads.
I'll just politely put the pamphlet away and just. Hello there. This is. We're all in agreement. This is the guy, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Cool. I'm gonna punch him.
Nice.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Come on. Okay, that's. Do I remember efficiency? To punching.
I mean, see, punching is an odd one because it's your own fist, so you would think yes, but I can't remember if unarmed fighting is its own.
I don't know. Personally, I have always thinked it as if you're proficient with martial weapons, you're proficient with
That makes
punching,
a lot of sense.
because it takes some skill to use martial
makes
weapons,
sense.
and therefore.
Yeah, and you're
But it's
proficient
up to you, obviously.
No, I do proficient bonus, so that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, then instead that is a 21.
Oh
to
god.
hit.
Yes, that definitely hits. This
Fantastic.
guy sort of sat down and ends up like sprawled backwards, and like sort of like takes the momentum of your punch and like rolls backwards like over the stool and comes out like, "What the fuck was that for?" And like is there now. Like,
Oh, cool.
sort
He's
of
a little away from me. Arwen.
crouches down.
Tango!
It's like
Yes.
he's ready with his.
Well, now that I
Obviously.
know it's him, I don't need to entangle.
Oh god, she's gonna kill him.
Arwen, what did we say about stabbing people?
This isn't a stab. It's thorn whip.
Wait, that brings him closer to us.
I don't technically have to, do I?
What did it say?
If the creature is large or small, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you. So it could be up to. So I could just pull him like 1 foot close.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So based on that, you're
Yeah.
so if you don't want to pull him towards you, you can.
Big old thorn whip.
Okay.
Oh, but it doesn't hold him. I don't think.
No. Thorn whip. You like conjure a whip it hits them, it can pull them if you want to, and then the whip itself disappears. Because
I'll
of the spell.
entangle then.
Okay, you cast Entangle.
Yes.
What is the save for Entangle?
Strength.
Strength save,
Yeah.
DC
Yeah. 13.
13, okay. Makes the save.
Oh.
Unfortunately, so you cast Entangle and these vines spring up around his feet and it's like, oh, what the fuck is this? And starts like pulling his feet loose, and he just books it. He just turns and just starts running into the trees.
Oh fuck.
Okay, bye. Is
Um,
there anyone else here in those tents and stuff?
Make a perception check.
this could be an issue.
13, 14, 15, 17.
No, it doesn't seem like there's anyone currently in the camp. Only he's the only person there.
Could
Him and you guys. And he's currently running away.
There's bags. I
could
want to
I reach him if I were to Misty Step?
Yeah. I'd say he starts running, you can
So I like
Misty-
dash and then Misty Step.
Misty Step and catch up to him.
So essentially just go at the speed of Klari.
Yeah. Or you can catch up to him. What would you like to do?
Can I try and tackle him to the ground?
Go for it.
Let's
Make
just
contested athletics check.
come on, little dice. Okay, 24.
Yeah, that beats him.
Nice.
So you tackle him to the ground, and he's currently like got him grabbed on the floor, and he starts like trying to like push you off. He's gonna try and stab you with his knife. It's gonna be an unnatural 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Fine.
You take 6 piercing damage.
Fuck this guy.
Takes this long like skinning knife that's like the size of a reasonable dagger and just like stabs you in the side as you're like grappling him on the floor.
Can I then pull out my sword, which is now in its hammer,
Yeah.
and can I bonk him on the head? But as I bonk him on the head, just before I do, I will cast Ensnaring Strike to
Yeah, go
try
for it.
and
Roll to hit.
the next time you hit a creature, blah blah blah. Yeah, get to that if I hit. That is. God, I think that's plus 8 to hit, or is it plus 9? No, it's plus 7. Oh god. Then that is an unnatural 20.
That definitely hits.
Excellent. He needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact, and the target must succeed, and the strength saving throw will be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends. A larger creature has advantage on the saving throw. So the target succeeds to save, the vines shrivel away. While restrained by the spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns. Creature restrained by the vines, or one that can touch the creature, must use its action to make a strength check.
Okay. So the
DC
strength
50.
saving throw. He fails.
Aha! Also, D4 for bonking him in the face.
Okay.
That is. God, it's so hard to see. That is 4 plus 4, 8 bonking damage.
Okay, so you like smack him on the head while he's. You'd technically probably still have advantage on that, but you hit him anyway because you're still on the ground. Yeah, and
Can I
he's
see if
like
we get it
lying-
correct?
Pardon? Yeah, you can roll to see if it's correct.
No, it's not. The 7.
So yeah, he's like still like lying on the ground, and like you hit him, and all these vines like spring up around him. And he's like trying to like struggling to like bind his legs, and he's pinned on the floor. So he's still got use of his arms and stuff, but he's currently restrained.
Cool. I'll try and really quick take his knife away from him.
Okay, make a contested strength check to see if you can pull it off.
Strength check. Oh god. Just straight strength.
Yeah.
13.
Fail, unfortunately.
Crap.
You're like grabbing his hand and trying to pull it out. He takes 1d6, you said, at the start of each turn?
Yes.
Okay.
He does. And I'm still like, I'm sort of imagining I'm like on him, and the vines are wrapped around him as well, so that.
Actually,
he
yeah,
kind
make
of
that. Actually, make that with advantage. Is it restrained? Yeah, I'm gonna say this is an attack roll, so make it with advantage because he's restrained.
Cool. Oh, that was better. 19.
19. Yeah. Okay, so you do manage to pull this dagger out of his hand.
Cool.
But it's roll 1d6 piercing damage for his turn as he's trying to break free from the vines.
3
Okay.
piercing damage.
And what's the DC for the escape?
15.
That's a fail. Okay. So we'll take this sort of turn by turn as you're, and then once this is, we'll cut back to you investigating the camp. So yeah, he's restrained. He's on the floor. He's taking damage from these things. He's trying to break free, but you've got his knife now.
I'm basically just gonna be shouting down. Was it you that set all those traps? Trying to be intimidating and scary. Obviously, I'm pretty sure it is him, but just making sure. Because if I sort of got if it isn't him, this is gonna be real awkward.
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh Lord. Cool. Intimidation. I am good at intimidation with my charisma. So it's good. 15.
He's like pinned on the floor at the moment. He's like trying to ride into the vines. Like, yeah, what's it to you if I set those traps?
Ah, excellent. Okay.
Roll me 1d6.
Oh, 6.
So he takes 6 piercing damage. As he does so, he like rips his legs free of the vines, and you can see it's probably that pulling free of these thorny vines that causes so much damage. And he's like rolls and tries to like get to his feet and starts to try and like run away from you again.
Oh Lord. Okay.
You
Obviously,
get an
like
attack
I'm
opportunity.
yeah,
as he,
I'm like on top of him, so I guess he's pushing me away. So I guess I'll just try and grapple him again.
Yeah, make a contested strength check. That's not good for him.
Oh, it's not good for me either. That's a 9.
Oh, you try and grab him, but he's like wilding as he like rolls and like gets up from the floor. He like breaks from your grip. You're almost caught a little bit off guard. You're expecting the vines to hold him for longer, and he starts running you away again.
Fucker, help!
You are only about sort of 30 feet from the camp at this point.
I am.
Yeah, so you guys are certainly within range to hear everything
Oh.
that's going on.
Excellent. Can I shoot him in the knees?
He'll get a significant AC boost if you want to try and specifically aim for the knee. But
Well, I'll just shoot him then.
okay, roll to hit.
Okay. 11.
Plus your
Oh, what
plus
am I
your
plus?
bonuses.
I think that
What does it say next to your
for
bow
you, I'm
here?
assuming is something like
It should be
18, 19, probably.
Plus 4?
nope. What's the number in the middle?
8.
So 11 plus 8, so 19 to hit.
19.
Yeah, that hits him.
Oh, that's exciting.
Roll bow damage.
Is it this? Nope.
No, not that one. Sorry, it's 1d8.
6.
You rolled on the floor.
7. Plus.
On the floor doesn't count.
It does.
No.
It does. It does when it's a 7.
No, it
7
doesn't.
plus 4.
On the floor, it counts no more.
There you go. 7 plus 4. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Roll it again.
If it's a 1 now, I'm going to be really mad. Fuck's sake!
It was a 3.
3. It's on the floor. So 7
You got
piercing
a
damage.
7 now. In total, sadly.
Yeah, so Stix, as you start chasing after this, and this arrow whistles past you and embeds itself in his shoulder, and he sort of like stumbles but keeps trying to
Oh,
run.
the shoulder. Disgusting.
Well, you didn't want to aim for the knee.
oh, there's things I can do, but I'm not sure like how hard I want to go against this guy. Oh, but then like,
He's like limping now. Like his legs are cut up. He's got an arrow in his shoulder, and you can see he's like slowed a little bit. He's not moving as quickly as he was when he first tried to sprint away from you.
is he? Oh no, I took the metal thing away from him. Fuck. That's
But
cool.
there's metal in him now.
Oh my god! Can I cast heat metal on Arwen's arrow?
Yes. Well, do you need to be able to see the piece of metal?
Ah,
Because the arrow is in him.
yes.
Do you need to actually be able to see the piece
Oh,
of
that's a
metal?
good point. So heat metal. Choose a manufactured metal object such as a weapon or a suit of heavy or medium metal armor that you can see within range. Yeah.
You can't see the metal tip of this arrow as it is in him,
Oh,
unfortunately.
you know what? I'm kind of glad of that. I feel like that would have been a bit far. That would have been so fucking horrible.
I mean, you could, if you wanted to enact this plan, arrange for Arwen to purchase or have some custom-made arrows that have a
longer tip.
a
Oh
longer
my
tip,
god!
or like
We're
a,
doing it.
like a metal. So where the arrow attaches to the wood is like a metal cone, which like inserted and where
Yeah.
they join. So you could get that extended. So rather than that being sort of that much, it would be maybe like that much. So you could guarantee it would be sticking out.
Jesus Christ, that'll be heavy.
And then it would be a very thin metal. And they would probably affect the range of your bow. But if you do want to enact this plan, in
So
future,
gotta do that.
They
How
haven't invented
good was that?
carbon fibre here, have
carbon fiber's not metal, so it wouldn't work anyway.
they? Yeah, but then you make the stick
The
bit.
shaft.
Didn't want to say that. Carbon fibre. And then it would just balance, make it. Or just put metal on the end. The other end. Easy peasy. Balance it out a bit. Easy peasy.
But then that wouldn't be heating him. Doing
Yeah, no,
damage to him.
but like it would balance it out,
To
so it's
balance
not
the
like
weight, so
heavy.
that-
Oh, right, yeah.
Or you'd have to put a very thin metal, almost like a pencil lead all the way through it, a metal core.
You could so do that.
A metal core.
Oh my god.
They would be
that
very
would be...
expensive arrows because you'd have to craft them in such a way.
Oh, dear.
Does heat metal melt it?
No.
No.
Excellent, because then I could just take them back every time and then just keep using them.
There would be a high percentage the arrow would be damaged.
Damaged but not broken.
The
It's
arrow could
metal.
catch fire. Therefore, he would burn.
Actually, yeah, I would probably say that the heat of the metal core, when you cast heat metal, if you had like a metal tip by the fletchings and a core running all the way through, so you could heat the tip that was in your target, would destroy the arrow.
Would it
Because
just destroy the outside bit? The bit would stay so that I could then get it redone.
you could potentially, yes.
Excellent, done,
But
easy.
there would still be a percentage that the head was damaged or
Yeah, but
destroyed.
that bit can easily be.
Oh, that would be so dark, though. Like, holy
Or you can
Moses.
just get a crossbow, which you can get to fire metal bolts.
Ew. No,
Or that.
it's disgusting.
Anyway, Arwen shot him with an arrow. He's trying to run away. He's looking in bad shape with these cuts all over his legs. It's about 15 feet away from you, Stix. He's had to use half his movement to stand up.
Has anyone got any spells that are like traps that
You could
like...
put him to sleep.
I can try. Maybe you could fool him.
Yeah, he's about 45 feet away from you. I'll say, Klari, you can definitely use your movement to get in range of sleep. Sleep's got a massive range. It's like 90 feet anyway,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is 90 feet.
There we go. So yes, he's easily within range of sleep. What's first
I can
level
use sleep. Good sleep, good sleep, good sleep, good sleep.
Is it 4d8?
5d8.
Okay.
First
So it's
level.
not. So yeah, I'll say roll it because it's not impossible that you'll fail. It's not impossible for you to fail. However, it is highly unlikely. You'd have to have some of
Oh,
the
God.
worst luck ever seen for this to not put him to sleep.
D8's
That's
in.
D8, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, they're rolling
Oh
There
yeah,
you
this
go.
is how we. How many do you need?
5.
5. So here's another one. There you go.
Yeah, this is how we roll it when we all get together with the guys. Everyone dice for the big rolls.
Puts in a dice. Oh my god, that's really
Oh,
good.
I'll put it this.
sevens.
I'll put it this way. Are all of them ones?
No.
No.
He goes to sleep.
That's really unfortunate. She got 3 7s, a 4 and a 2.
He had 6 hit points
Holy
left.
crap. Oh crap.
Sweet dreams.
So yeah, look, he's bloodied and battered by Stix. Arwen's put an arrow in him. Klari just sort of steps up and just lazily casts sleep, and he just falls face down in the dirt.
I almost feel bad. It's 6 HP we got
Fast
sleep.
asleep.
Oh my god, that's one way
He
to
almost
do it.
seems grateful to be asleep.
Cool. Okay. With him asleep, I'll just slowly start working on pulling him back to the camp while everyone else looks at.
I'm going to say the action of being... He's only asleep. I think if someone dragged you across the floor while asleep, you would wake up.
Okay. I mean, okay, I will drag him, but can I ready an action that if he tries to wake up?
I'm saying he will wake up if you drag him along the floor.
Okay.
Because it is... You've magically put him to sleep, but it is only regular sleep.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
It's
point.
not magical permanent sleep.
That's a good point.
Arwen's gonna be mean.
Okay.
Do you say me or mean?
Mean.
Okay.
He's gonna get a taste of his own medicine.
You've got a minute before he wakes up.
Well, I've been looking at the camp while they've been whatever they're
And you
doing.
got involved in shooting him.
Only for like a second.
Wait! Oh
This
my
has
god,
all
I
been
finally
there
have a use for
any-
this.
20
Okay,
seconds.
is there any sort of traps or
Yes,
anything
in my
around?
inventory. I've had a hunting trap this entire fucking time.
Is there any of his traps in?
Oh, any of his traps.
Like, I
don't
want
know.
to see if there's any of that wire stuff that's gonna hurt when he moves.
Make a perception check. Or if you want to take a more thorough search of it. So a perception check, you just want to like glance around, see what you can see, or an investigation check if you want to start like going through things to see what if you can find one.
I mean, perception's higher. 15, 20.
Yeah, you spot a couple of sort of these spools of wire.
Yes, I like that.
This barbed wire that you.
Excellent. Rappy rap.
So you grab some of that and sort of jog over and you start trying to tie him up with that.
Mhm.
Okay. As you start trying to tie him up, he wakes up.
Can I
Okay,
say,
well,
while
it's
she
gonna
was
hurt,
doing
so-
that,
Mhm.
can I grab my hunting trap
Yeah.
and place it just literally, like, also very, very carefully, just under his foot?
Okay.
So were he to move and place enough pressure on it, like I'm just imagining it's like a little thing for like hairs or whatever,
Mhm.
but that would still fucking hurt.
So you imagine like a small
Like-
rabbit-sized bear trap.
Yeah, like a
Okay.
tiny little bear trap that I'm very carefully placing his foot on. So when he wakes up and tries to get up,
Okay.
pressure will be placed upon it, and therefore.
Okay. So Arwen, you start to tie him up.
We're so
He,
evil.
because of the pain of you binding his wrists.
Yeah.
Okay. So because of the pain of this thing, you like pull it tight and blood starts to seep out from between his wrists. as
Oh,
you
okay,
tighten
that's
it up.
fine.
He wakes up, moves, so therefore puts his foot in the trap. Sticks rolling 1d4.
Oh dear God. Okay. 1d4.
Well,
That is. God, it's so hard to see these dice. 3.
It takes 3 piercing damage as this trap and just like as this trap snaps around his foot. What are you guys doing with him?
who are you working with?
I work on my own.
On your own? Why is there like loads of bags and stuff?
It's my stuff.
Of your stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, well, don't hurt the animals in such a grotesque way, because
Yeah.
that's bad.
I'm gonna sit down next to the guy.
He spits in your face.
Ugh, rabies! Disgusting.
I'm gonna sit down next to the guy, and just sort of
Oh,
lean
that's
my.
right. You fucking attack me for no reason.
Because you killed a fox.
Yeah, and it's only a
it's
fox.
Can I turn into a fox, please?
Oh Jesus!
Fox win.
Yes!
Yeah, you turn into a fox.
I scratch his face.
Roll to hit.
What do I roll?
A d20.
Okay. Is it always?
We'll say +3 for a fox.
5.
4.
5 total. So you turn into a fox and you start trying. It's more like a puppy playing. You're not doing any damage, and he just sort of like takes his like bound wrist and like shoves you off. And like,
Can I just sort of come in, and I'll just sort of lean down next to the guy because I'm assuming he's still lying down. At this
yeah,
point.
he's still. I mean, one foot is in a trap. His wrists are bound by barbed wire.
I'm just gonna lean down next to him with like my hammer down. I'm just gonna put it sitting there in front of me. I'm just gonna say, look, there is a natural order to the world. Of course, we don't blame you for hunting. That's how people get food. That is how society survives. That's fair. But there is a limit on the nature in which one can hunt certain creatures. And as soon as you start putting them in more pain than it's worth, well, that's where things start to get problematic.
How I hunt and what I hunt is no business of yours. Let me go.
You see, no. Because as my friend said, there was a fox back there, and it was rather unnecessarily, horrifyingly killed. Now, if it was just a simple trap that, one and done, that's fair, but it bled. It was in pain. And as much as you say, sure, it's just a fox, well, you're just a man. The fuck do you think you are?
What's it going to take for you to let me go?
That's the really sad part. Nothing.
Oh.
Stix misses.
You got advantage, he's prone.
Thank you!
Wait,
I rolled a 3.
Scratch his face.
So yeah, that was scratched it, yeah.
19.
Okay, yeah, so you did manage to like scratch his face up before he pushed you off.
And I've rolled in total a 25.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. So it's 1d4 plus a divine smite.
Okay, he's dead.
Aww, oh well.
That was 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 6 plus 7 damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
Cool.
Like this like splintering noises. You like whack him with the hammer on the side of the temple, and he just like rolls over and just like goes limp on the floor.
Cool.
Oh well.
I think we're done here.
So what's he got in his bag?
You want to
I'm
start
gonna
going?
stray away from looting the dead, but
Oh, I'm not.
I think
Okay, roll an investigation check now.
18 plus 5, I think. No, investigation. So 20.
20.
Mm-hmm.
So you start opening up these bags, and a couple of them have food in it, like things like collected berries and things like that. A couple of them have, there's quite a large quantity of dried meat that you, looking at a rack of food and things, there's one that actually holds animals to be skinned, it seems. There's another one that has several skins sort of drying on it. And there's one that has like strips of meat that are like drying, slowly turning into jerky. And so you start off with not very interesting, it's just sort of food and things like that. And then it gets a little bit more interesting. As you open up one of the bags, and inside, you find a set of fine clothing.
Oh, no. Oh, is it the fancy man?
This is definitely not the fancy one.
Oh.
And pulling them out, you pull out what is quite a nice silk dress in a very bright sky blue with pearls embroidered upon
Is
it.
that man a woman?
And you open up another bag, and inside you find a nice tunic instead of breeches.
Okay, it's fine.
you start going through the rest of the things, and you find a large quantity of mismatched clothing. Some of it's quite fine, some of it's quite rough and ready. There are a few things that are just sort of stitched skins and things, but stitched together in a way that would make a shirt and trousers and things like that. You find men's clothes, women's clothes, children's clothes, and
Yeah, he's a thief.
Now Clary's not so upset.
you open up one of the bags and you put your hand in to pull things out, and your hand just goes in up to the shoulder. You're
Mine.
reaching,
Oh!
you're reaching in and you grab something, and you're sort of in the things you've discovered so far, looking for clothing and things like that. You grab something that you think feels like clothing. You start to pull, and it's heavy. Make a strength check for me.
Dumbbell.
Oh, fuck. I have a bad feeling about this.
17.
Yeah, you start to pull, and as you pull, like the bag opens up, and you start to see something hairy. And as you pull,
Oh, is it a person?
you see a head.
Ah!
Oh my...
Is it
And
a...
out of the bag, you start to pull the body. You can see it's like grey, pale flesh. As you slowly pull out the body of a man.
Okay,
I
take
knew it!
all of these men out and then wash this bag in a river thoroughly and keep it, please.
Hold on. I'm assuming this is a bag that can hold many items.
Yes, it is a bag that can hold many items.
Excellent.
It's one hell of a way to hide the body.
Yeah. So hold on. If you start putting this in a river, what happens?
Oh, do I get the whole river?
Infinite water
There is
bottle.
no river nearby. However, I will say mechanically, the bag has a limited amount of space,
Oh, excellent.
so you would only get
Half the river.
that amount of volume of whatever you put in it.
Cool. Is there any more people in here?
You keep pulling.
Can I turn it upside down and just shake it?
Oh my god.
What would happen if you turned it inside out?
You can try turning it inside out.
No!
You are absorbed into
No.
the alternate dimension.
That's
Oh,
the-
bag becomes the inside of the bag, the pack becomes the world.
That is an option. You can turn it inside out and see what happens.
No, I'm just going to shake it upside
No.
down.
Nothing comes out when you shake it.
Oh, I'm just going to pull them all out.
So you're reaching in looking for a body.
For anything. I just need to get everything out. Because I don't.
So the way the bag... So you start... So what are you reaching in for the next time you reach in?
Do I have to reach in for something specific?
I believe that's...
I think that's...
I mean, I didn't reach in to get a body.
No, but you reached in for clothing and you found clothing.
On a man!
On a man.
Naked people.
You're looking for naked people.
Well, if I haven't found other clothed people, then the default will be
Can you not just say people, and if they're
Oh, yeah.
naked or not?
people.
So you are looking for people.
Yeah.
So you reach in and...
No naked people in a Christmas set. Another day we're just reaching in and a body falls out.
Oh, I feel like when you go to the beach, you keep finding sand everywhere.
Oh,
Oh, this is traumatic.
oh, that's horrible.
Oh, and like stops in a shop, reaches in to take out a purse.
Pulls out her head like, nope.
No, sorry.
Your fingers just.
Considering, like, she's already in trouble for stabbing someone, Arwen cannot be caught with dead bodies in this bag.
Yeah, I must get them all out.
I have to say, like, Stix
Okay.
was not having any moral quandaries to killing this guy. Ben was, but that's suddenly very much alleviated in the last 10
So
minutes.
you've pulled out what looks to be an elf initially,
Mm.
with dark hair, pointed ears, and looks to be dressed in ranger attire. The next body you pull out, you reach in and you start pulling out, and you see dark purple skin and horns come out first. And you grab this sort of plier
Jesus.
and you pull out the body of a tiefling now.
Oh
Reaching
my
in
God.
again, you pull out the body of a tiefling woman.
Lucky dick.
And you keep pulling until you pull out 3 adults and 3 children.
Oh, poor little children.
And it seems like this was one elven ranger with a family of 5 tieflings.
Aww. Could I go smack the man?
Yeah?
I know he's
I
dead.
mean, yeah,
but
he's already
I'm gonna
dead.
smack him.
Mm-hmm.
Give him a.
Just a slap.
Good
Bit of
old-
sting on it.
Yeah,
Yeah?
that's all.
Oh,
Okay.
fucking hell.
That's rude, sir. Don't do that. Can't go around killing people. Not that I don't do that, but
Fuck.
is that all of the people in?
This is,
Yes.
this is so
Is there
much
any
worse.
animals in the bag?
No.
Okay, thank God. Okay, that will be fine, probably. If I did fill it up with water, how would I get the water out if I can't turn it upside down and shake it?
An excellent question.
Should I put a straw in and just...
Just drink it.
It's just river water, so can be fucking anything in there.
Just drink 64 cubic feet of water.
with a few fish in there?
We're gonna need to take like an entire day out for Arwen to just pee.
Yeah, how do I clean this bag?
I'm sure there is a way.
Is there a magical
we can
cleaning?
get. Yeah,
Turn
can
it
we?
inside out.
I'm sure we could.
I feel like that's a terrible idea.
I feel like.
It's up to you.
I turn it inside out.
Can I
Okay, you turn it inside
hold?
out.
Hold.
Yeah, you reach the bottom of the bag, you turn it inside out, and an assortment of jewellery falls out, probably to the tune of around 150 gold. There's sort of a few rings, necklaces, and
I
things
feel
like
like
that.
this might be
A
incriminating.
couple of earrings. And
Also,
that's all that's left in the bag.
morally questionable.
I'm gonna leave all of this with these people.
Okay.
Just scrub the bag a bit and then turn it back,
Okay.
and then it's mine. Thank you.
Okay.
No, I was thinking if you put one bag of holding inside another bag of
Yeah.
holding, it blows up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I knew that, so I was like, I don't know what would happen if you turned it inside
If you turn
out.
it inside out, everything just falls out.
Oh.
Which is what I was
Right.
really hoping
Excellent.
they'd do, because then it'd be like 5 bodies fall
Five
out.
bodies.
You
fall
did
out.
seem a little keen when you
I was just like,
you turned it inside out. And I was
Mhm.
like, I don't think he'd be excited if the campaign was about to end because Kavran was destroyed. Like, but he seems a little excited.
Oh dear God. Happy
So
one
you
year,
now have
guys.
a 1 year campaign. I've decided to end it. You now have a bag which holds more things than it looks like it should.
That's his official name.
I don't think I can fit that in this box.
What about bag of holding for sure?
Well,
Oh,
for
okay.
that you would need a box of holding to hold that.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, I think we should probably take a break as we've had food that arrived a little while ago and
Fantastic idea.
needs serving and eating. So
Yum, 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 yum.
we'll be right back. Okay. Slightly extended break, but pizza was required. So, we're back. You guys have thoroughly investigated this camp, found the valuables, so to speak. What are you doing now? You leaving things? You just getting back on the road?
Lay these people to rest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lay him not to rest. Don't even know how you do that.
You just drop kick him.
But he's dead. That's gonna hurt. I guess could just stick him in a bush.
That's how you lay them not to rest.
Just leave them to be food for nature.
Yeah.
So the scavengers and the wolves and things to eat. You know, you're both pretty naturous. You reckon if you left a body out here, it would be consumed by something quite quickly, scavenged and picked apart. If you do want to bury the family and the Elven Ranger, then you will probably lose the rest of the day doing so. So that will slow you down slightly.
I think with the slight time pressure, I would like to cremate them instead.
Okay.
Is that a big thing in Kavran? Like cremating people?
For some people, yes. For others, no. There's a variance.
I'll take. So obviously, this is like tents. They're like wooden. I'm assuming it's like wooden poles and stuff.
There is a tent, yes.
Oh,
And in fact,
okay.
actually, as you dig through, you do find another 2 tents as well, as part of the collection. Which would have struck you as odd if someone needed 3 tents, however, now you understand why.
So I'm going to take the wooden pole, and it's like a family of 5, right? So I'm going to get.
There are 6 bodies.
So
7
I'm gonna get
including his.
the wooden poles, and so put the first people on the ground, then lay the wooden poles sort of like across them, then put the next people on top of them, and then the wooden poles, next people on top of them, set the tent, rag or cloth or whatever, over each
Yeah.
thing. And
Just
then
make a
set it alight.
nature check for me.
Not to burn down the whole of the forest.
Oh fuck yeah! No, that's probably not. Yeah, that's probably not a good. Not a good idea.
So yeah, you're one with nature and you know about fires and things like that. So you're confident that you're not going to. You've managed to put this far enough away from anything that you won't set the forest on fire. However, you also think a few tent poles and some fabric are not going to quite get the blazing temperatures you need to properly
This is a good point.
cremate a body.
So, Elvis, my boy. No, I would not do
Oh
that.
my god.
No.
That's
God, that'd be dark. You
That's
just
it.
start snapping. Jesus. Not that dark. No. And then I'll spend like a little bit of time just grabbing some shrubbery and some sort of small twigs and leaves and
Yeah.
the like from the surrounding area.
Yeah, I mean, similarly, to get the quantity of wood you think you're going to need, especially to try and collect some deadfall and things like that, that would be better dry timber. The quantity you need, if you want to see to this family, it is going to cost you pretty much the rest of the day.
Yeah. I'm personally happy doing it. I feel like these people
Yeah, that's fine.
deserve. Don't
Yeah,
know
I'll say
guys, but-
you can take the prerequisite hours to gather those materials, and you do manage to create the setup to give them a send off. As you are cremating rather than burying, it is a faster process, and you get it to a point where it's burning and you're confident that unless there's some extreme disfortune and something else comes along, you think you can leave this burning. and still keep a couple of hours of travel before it gets properly dark.
Cool. Yeah. Say a quick prayer to the old Zuriel, and leave them burn. Burn those away. And yeah, get the rest of the.
Yeah. So you do half a day's travel, but you feel good about the reason why, and you carry on.
Hello.
So night closes in, and it's a rather somber night. The four of you sat around the campfire. Stix, your heart's not quite in trying to train out this evening. As the four of you gather around, you can still, with the last vestiges of light, still see a few fragments of smoke drifting up into the air from a few miles behind you. The distance, if you looked back that way. But you all take a night's rest. Take a long rest in your own way. And cover your spells and things like that.
Oh, my 3 spells. Oh, my channel divinity.
Yeah.
Yay.
And you carry on with your journey.
Why my health?
The next day, the 4th day of this journey, you are walking through woods, and as you're riding along, Klari and Stix on Elvis, Neo and Arwen on Neo's horse. A little ways off to the side, Klari, you spot a well, and doesn't look like there are any buildings around or anything like that. You just spot a lone well, a couple of feet high. Just off to the side.
Point out the well.
Ah.
Well.
Oh. I should like to go flip a coin into the well.
Yeah.
Toss a coin to your well.
So you dismount from the horse, and as you approach, you see that there is an inscription carved in the top around the edge. The stones as well are a little bit mossy with age and things, moss growing out the cracks between the bricks, and it's a bit rough carved, and you sort of scrape the moss out of a couple of places to read it. And in Elvish, it reads, "I wish good fortune on the generous and woe on the stingy."
Oh god, that means we have to put all our money in there.
Fuck. Well. You see.
Looking down into it, you can see that glittering at the bottom there is a handful of coins currently. It's maybe only 20 feet down to the waterline, and then maybe 5 or 10 feet below that.
Is there curses in this world?
Yeah, I knew what she was thinking. It's literally just been like, Arwen, stay out of the well.
Do I know if curses exist?
Yes, you do.
They do exist.
You know of a specific figure in your past that was cursed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I won't go down there then.
I don't know, it was pretty easy to fix last time. Just go to the orchid lady. Again. I'm sure someone in this elven place can remove
Yes,
curses
but
as well.
I don't want woe.
Woe is rather woeful.
Yeah, well, just to people that
Okay.
are stingy.
Okay, I
People that
reckon.
literally stingy.
I reckon, right? So. I feel like we've already read this thing now. So if we don't flick something in,
Well, I can't
We're
read,
now
so I
being
have not
stingy.
read anything.
I've said it out loud.
Fucking hell it.
So this is what I'm thinking, right? It usually means, you flick a gold, you flick a, You flick a coin in to make a wish, right?
Mm-hmm.
By stingy, so if it's just one coin, it probably only means like 2, like a bronze, you know, no, copper. That's it. I can't speak. So if you're flicking a copper, it's probably being stingy. But if you're flicking a gold, that's probably being like good.
What if it's about comparing it to how much you actually have?
Well, I don't have much anyway. I
Yeah,
only
no,
have
just thinking,
20
like-
gold. 17 gold, actually.
It's a case where, like, if someone only had like 3 coppers and they put in a copper, then like that's nice. But if someone has like 10 platinum and they put in a copper, then it's being stingy.
Or
Or
is
if they
it?
had, like,
Because
10
some
platinum, they
people
put in,
need
like,
all that money.
a silver. Well, yeah, that's.
Well, I don't know. Clary, how much money do you have?
300 platinum, 188 gold pieces.
That's
Or,
like-
300
silver,
platinum.
39
What's platinum
copper.
in
Platinum is
gold?
10 gold.
Platinum is 10 gold, so you have
That's
3...
why I sold those.
Yes, yeah, that's
So-
where you got it all from.
Wait, only 10 gold?
So 300 platinum is 3,000 gold.
Oh shit!
That's rich.
Hello, Clary.
Still mad at it.
Well, damn.
Just trying to remind everyone of this every now and then. It comes to money. She's like, I'm rich, guys.
So just
No,
round the
it
count
is-
for that. You guys are poor. You poor peasants.
Kiss the boot. Kiss it.
Stix, I don't want to make breakfast. Will you do my turn instead? Here's a platinum.
Buy yourself something pretty.
And buy it this time.
I would love
to.
to as a
I
character
was
with,
just about to make a joke.
as a character with the noble background starts off with like 100 platinum and just gives it away constantly. Like, I don't want to do this for me. And then eventually run out of money at like level 3.
Wasn't that what happens in at the start of
That is true, yeah, that is what
thingy?
happens.
Yeah, he
That is-
just gives out loads of gold.
Yeah.
What's thingy?
High rollers.
One of the
It's
characters
a podcast.
that is actually, yeah, that's
He is a noble.
that's not an original idea, it's something I'm remembering, damn it.
No, it's also happening in Critical Role. One of the characters just has loads of money and he's buying stuff for certain people who do nice things for him. Like I think one of them saved his life, so now he's buying it. He's paying for his trips across the city because it's like a massive city. And he's got a car there, which is quite funny.
So there is a will.
Okay. Okay.
Well, sorry, I'm just busy here counting my platinum, guys.
Oh, I just got lost in the shiny.
Finally, something I can put all this money into the bank hole. It's so heavy, guys. Clary's got one really buff right arm from carrying a massive sack of money now.
I would like to flick in a gold piece.
Okay.
Because that is, pardon me, 1/17 of everything I currently own in terms of money.
1/17 of your coinage, yes.
Yes, 1/17 of my coinage, and I feel like that's a lot. Like if I was to give away 1/17 of all the money I had right now, like that'd be a surmisable amount of money for me.
Okay.
That really puts my 1 silver to shame.
Do you say anything as you do you think anything?
I think of something.
Okay. Are you
I
making a wish per se?
I am making a wish. But you have to get back to me on what it is. I can't think of a good one right now.
Okay. So Stix,
Hold on. I'm gonna wait. Because I feel
What
like it's
would
also a very Stix thing to do.
what
To
would
not have
Stix
a wish.
think of in the moment?
In the moment, Stix would wish. Oh fuck.
Or does he just toss the coin in and not make a wish because he can't think of one?
Mhm. You know, actually, I feel like that's a very Stix thing to do. He'd toss a coin in and then he'd go, "Oh fuck! I forgot to think about a wish." Shit. I wish for bunnies.
Okay. Stix
This is
wishes.
JJ giving us a wish spell and I've just wasted it on fucking bunnies. I'm gonna cry.
Stix wishes for bunnies.
A heron dog comes up, punches me in the nose and runs off.
So
Fuck, I
you're
shouldn't
tossing
have
in
said
silver,
bunnies.
Arwen?
I'll toss in 3 silver
3 silver, okay.
and a gold.
And gold.
Oh, Miss Moneybags.
Because now I'm scared.
I put in a goal.
I wish for a pet wolf.
Okay.
I want pets.
New teammates.
I wish
What?
to get this platinum back.
I wish for more wishes.
I wish for more wells.
I mean,
Just we go to a new town and a well. Just...
depends what you wish for the well.
Hmm?
I mean, there is a desert. Wells might be useful there.
That's a good point.
I should have wished for a camel. Oh well, done now.
At least you didn't wish for bunnies.
Yeah, but you know that I'm going to take your bunnies.
That is fair. I think.
You seem to wish for squirrels.
Ah.
The
Stix
bunnies
in his
will
history with squirrel.
fend off the squirrel.
No, they won't. Squirrels are vicious.
They're horrifying.
I know.
Hedgehog. I wish for a hedgehog. I'm gonna put in 5 platinum pieces.
Holy shit!
I mean, I feel like it's pretty pathetic if Klari just puts in a gold piece now.
I thought maybe a platinum piece, but fuck me.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I don't like this. He's writing things down. We're gonna get attacked by a heron. A wolf's gonna come in at
That's
some
going to
point.
get attacked by everything we wished for.
No, I'm gonna.
Oh, you're gonna get
Oh my god!
So, out of the bushes, you spot the rustling, and a blue hedgehog appears. It's moving very quickly for some reason.
I was so confused as us. Fair enough.
I thought we were being serious. I don't know. Wait, what?
Alright, I'll take a blue hedgehog.
Yeah, and then also walks up
He
and
coughs up a ring.
flicks a coin in and just tumbles in. With a spoosh and settles amongst those at the bottom. Anything else you guys would like to do while you're here?
What did Neo wish for?
I'll tell you it won't come true.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry,
told me,
Mr.
by the way.
Boring.
Okay, I didn't say
You
it.
told
out loud.
me, by the
Okay.
way, not.
Okay,
I mean,
that's
you
good.
can tell each other if you want, but you've all wished for this in your head.
Except for me, who accidentally went, oh no, bunnies. I want bunnies.
Except for Stix. Everyone knows Stix wished for bunnies. Arwen's very happy about this.
We're gonna have bunnies.
Crap. There could have been so much more useful stuff I could have wished for. Like I could have wished for
I'd like
vengeance,
to make another wish.
Okay.
or I could have wished for all this stuff with
How much
you know.
did you put in the well?
I put 1 gold.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll put a gold in.
Really devours all of your gold.
And
It's
I
like a
wish
well for all
A
of your
hutch
money.
that will fit in my bag of holding for the bunnies.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, theoretically, almost anything can fit in a bag of holding.
The opening is
size.
2 foot wide, it says.
Okay.
So, yes, you can
It
get
could be like a
So-
multi-story.
anything
thing.
that is 2 foot in diameter you could feasibly get in
I see.
up to, well, I mean, there is a limit to the depth, but
Party bunnies.
Um,
The party pet.
I'm personally down here. I'm just mad that I wished for bunnies.
I'm not.
I mean, Arwen has made the assumption that you can make more than one wish.
Oh, if I get the hutch and not the wolf, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh, yeah, maybe I can overdo the wish. Maybe I can outdo the wish.
Okay.
I can... Okay. Here's what I'm thinking, right? If I put in more money than last time,
Yeah.
then I will outdo the wish. So,
I've just
I'm
wished
gonna-
for a place to put the bunnies, and now we're not getting bunnies.
this is also true, but what if...
You could wish for bunnies and a hut.
then you wouldn't get your wolf.
Yeah.
And now you're not getting your wolf anyway. Because
No,
you just wish for bunnies. A bunny hutch.
Put more money in the wolf. So if it's that way,
You put money in a wolf?
yeah. But I just like a slot machine.
Oh god.
Where are you putting it in the wall?
I was gonna say, oh god.
You
Which
don't need
end?
to know.
I mean, I suppose you put it in one end and it would really go.
Oh.
If you put it in one end, it will only come out the other.
What if it's whoever puts the most money in gets their wish?
We're getting a hedgehog.
You know what?
Clary feels so guilty if that's the case.
I'm gonna make that assumption. I'm gonna make that assumption that we're gonna get a hedgehog, and I bet because it's Kavran. We've seen some weird shit. It's gonna be like a huge hedgehog. It's gonna be like
Oh
a
my
giant
God.
hedgehog
A hedgehog
that we can ride.
that Clary can ride.
Oh my
That's
god,
gonna hurt.
that is gonna hurt.
That would be quite challenging
Why?
Put a saddle.
because it's a very spiky creature.
If you put a saddle on it,
Yeah.
I guess you'd have to put the saddle on sort of like over its head so it pushes down a little of the spikes.
Yeah.
And then it would need an almost...
And hope it doesn't break hard at any point and throw you forwards just into a road.
Yes, I feel like it would also need a... It would also need a sort of like upper bit just in
Part
front.
of the reins would probably have to be like a heavy matting that went so if something happened you wouldn't like prickle yourself.
Oh my, stop! I really want this hedgehog now.
Or I guess you could
Right,
just sit on like just the back of its head where like, you know, head
Oh
meets,
yeah, that's true.
head meets thing.
I want a magic hedgehog that can change sizes.
Why did I choose?
And make it
Whoa.
really big and ride it. And then when we're done, it can shrink back down to ride the regular hedgehog size.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if it was really big, I suppose you could like if there was like enough of it like wasn't spiky, you could like ride like almost like behind its ears before it got into spikes.
Now that would be a look. Us guys riding into town on a giant hedgehog, an elk made of wood, Neo's like dark black horse.
With a wolf. It's just a wolf,
No, two wolves. Wolfwin and
Yeah.
a red wolf.
of course.
Both of us together. As we leave, when we do leave, I just want to shout into the well. I would like it to be a baby wolf, please. Thank you.
Okay.
And then I walk away.
I'd like it to be a giant hedgehog.
I would like not bunnies. I would like to change my answer.
The thing that attacks you, Stix, is like a bunny in no way. It's in fact it's the most not bunny thing at all.
It is the least bunny.
It's
You
a
can't help
huge,
it.
scaly lizard, except in the middle there is a hole in the shape of a bunny.
You cannot. I just love that thing. Is like you see this gargantuan creature, but the first thing that comes to your mind is not its size, not its ferocity, but how dissimilar it is to a bunny. Oh man.
That would be a real way to describe things. Just in everything you introduce. The first thing that comes to your mind is how it is exactly not like an alligator. Mainly because of the hair and the large paws.
Mainly because of the hair. Mainly because of the large breasts. Hello, mother.
this wish take to happen?
Is there anything else anyone would like to do, or are you all?
Oh my god, yes. Okay.
God.
I'm gonna take a gold coin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it in Elvis's mouth.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna say to Elvis, I'm gonna try and commune with Elvis for a brief second. I'm gonna say, look at me, Elvis. What do you want? Put this in there. You get it. At some point.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give him the gold coin and stick it in his little mouth. And he chews on it. And much like an acorn, he spits it out.
Into the well?
I don't know. What is intelligence?
Well, he's unusually intelligent for an elk.
He is. I believe they have a better intelligence than... So, like, no matter what the beast is...
Yes.
Yes, additionally, if your steed is an intelligence of 5 or less, its intelligence becomes 6. And it gains the ability to understand one language of your choice that you speak. Okay, cool. So it can understand me. So yeah, I'll just explain that. And it puts it in his mouth. And it spits it out into the well.
Okay.
And it just goes... Walks
Okay.
off.
Does the dragon want a wish?
I was thinking that earlier. Do I control... Who controls his thoughts?
You're an intelligent creature.
Yeah, but do you control his thoughts or do I control his thoughts?
I mostly control.
Okay,
his
that's
thoughts.
good. Okay, what does he want? Because he can tell me.
Oh no, this is for you to intuit from him in this instance.
Excuse me?
This is for you to intuit from him in this instance.
What do you mean?
You have to figure it out.
Why do I have to figure it out? You said you have the thoughts.
Yeah, but if you want to, he communicates mainly in sort
Yes, so
of
I can...
emotions and images and things
Yes,
like
exactly. Images.
that. So
Tell me what you
have to
want.
Understand.
Tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
To make
Or rather, show me what you want.
an insight check for me then.
I mean, I'm going to get him to do it anyway, but
Okay.
18 plus something, I don't know.
Plus your wisdom.
20.
Yeah.
Get a picture of the four of you guys.
Oh my god, I'm going to
Oh
cry!
my god!
I give him a hug and I don't let go.
Well, that was adorable.
God, I'm going to cry.
So as Arwen struggles to hold back tears, you guys mount up and continue on your way. He's
But
only
Elvis just pictured a stick.
Oh, yeah.
He just wanted a stick.
It's only about
It's mating season.
15 minutes
Oh,
or so
no.
later when
Oh, he's a
you
taker.
encounter a hut. There's a hut in the middle of the woods.
Is it full of
And there is a small stream of smoke issuing from a brick chimney. It has a wicker roof and wooden walls. And you can see a soft bit of light glowing from the inside. As you're all slowly approaching, the door opens and a very old looking figure emerges with a hood up and a basket in one arm. She proceeds to walk out of the door to the left, and you can see off to one side there appears to be a window box full of flowers, and she starts picking some of these flowers out and laying them carefully in the basket. As you approach, she stops picking the flowers and says, "Hello, what do we have here? Would you all like a cup of tea?"
Oh god, I think she's going to put us in an oven. Is this house made of ginger?
No, it's made from wood
Oh,
with a thatched roof.
oh god. It's the little
The
pigs.
horror!
And a small-
English cottage!
and a small brick chimney. Indeed, there are lovely window boxes of flowers. It's very nice.
This is a... no, I don't trust this lady.
I also don't.
gonna eat us.
See, on. Okay, can
Make us
I. Is this a weird place? Have we seen many other people around recently?
No, you haven't seen anyone for a little while.
Yeah, well, we definitely.
But make an insight check. It's probably good.
I do also have detect magic, but I feel like that might not do much. I could use it, but that's like meta. I feel like I'll go inside. 13. Should have rolled that with the dice. That's why we're here. Whatever.
Well, I don't use detect magic well.
Hindsight is a wonderful thing.
You guys didn't do anything for a while. You didn't investigate. You didn't make any threats. You guys,
I
was-
wanted a wolf,
you
okay?
guys read the inscription and made some assumptions. And went
I
with that.
apparently wanted
Just
bunnies.
chuck
I mean, I don't
something
know.
in it. Those who were like, oh no, now we have to put things in because something bad will happen. And they were like, wait, what if we get stuff?
Yeah. The offer of a company seems genuine. Is what you get from that.
Yeah, because she's going to make us into tea. and
Can
not have
I-
any dinner.
Can I just ask her? We haven't seen many people around here. What? Are you all out here on your lonesome? This is a rather strange and potentially quite dangerous place for a woman to be on your own. I'm also assuming she's an elf.
So, make a perception check for me.
Perception +1. 9.
No. From this distance, she just looks vaguely humanoid. You can't determine whether or not she is an elf or not. Which when you look around, goes, seems to peer into us. Yes, I suppose it could be a bit dangerous here.
Can I use primeval awareness and see if there's anything about
Oh, I also have that
Yeah.
divine sense thingy.
What does primeval awareness?
aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and the undead?
There is one dragon,
That's my boy.
and there is a fae presence.
Is Elvis about?
Elvis is also a fae.
Yeah.
Does it tell you the number and the location?
No, I don't think it does.
But hold on.
You also get a mild celestial presence.
Ooh! It's gonna be an angel! Run!
No, Celestials are good.
It's gonna eat
They're like
me.
very, very good. That's their entire thing, is being good. Mostly.
My favourite enemy is Fae and Celestials, so...
Why do you hate Why do you hate on Celestials?
For the fun of it.
I mean, fair enough. Where the fuck did you learn to hunt angels?
They got so much magic and stuff, I'm jealous.
Turns unfortunately
Great to tell
many
some
celestial
very weird
fiend.
stories.
Okay, have you openly said that you detected a celestial?
I'll whisper it to you just in case she is the one.
Okay,
Because, ooh.
I'm gonna get closer. You know, like start sort of walking up to her a little bit closer, and use my divine sense, and that presence of strong evil registers in your senses like a noxious odor. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
There is no fiend.
You know the type, celestial, fiend, or undead of any being whose presence you can sense, but not as identity. Within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell.
Sorry, read that bit about the type of celestial fiend or undead again.
So, you know the type, celestial, fiend, or undead of any being whose presence you sense, but not his identity. The vampire Count Strahd von Zarovich, for instance.
Right. So, you pick up on a celestial presence, and you would, as part of your training, have been taught to identify different forms of celestials. And while you are certain that there is a celestial presence, it doesn't match any celestial presence you've been taught to recognize. This is
But I know its location, and is it indeed
her. Yes.
cool?
She is something other than a regular celestial, it seems.
Oh, could
Oh
she
God, is
be?
it God?
Could she be like an Asimar? They're technically celestials.
No, you would have been taught to recognize something like that.
Oh, this is now very
Is
freaky.
it mild celestial?
Yeah.
What did I make that?
No. It said that we got a mild celestial presence. So,
It's,
And I-
celestial, but there is also an otherness to it.
It's like
Otherness.
half celestial, half.
it's like a demigod.
Oh my God. I can't be dealing with this.
Yes, babe.
So
Would you like to
hated.
come in for a cup of tea?
What? Okay, as a group, we are in a
Yeah,
bit of a
do
rush.
it.
We're just trying to
No.
figure out whether we're whether we have the time. I'm gonna turn around. Okay, as a group, what do we know about celestials? Because
I
she's
can
fucking
speak
one of them.
celestial and that's it.
Fantastic.
You're all welcome. So when she starts speaking in some weird language, I go,
Maybe you should just start speaking during celestial, and we'll see what happens.
blah, 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 blah,
What do you say?
blah, blah, blah,
What do you say in celestial?
blah, blah.
With a slight holy.
Yeah.
Your friend seems wearied and slightly addled. Maybe you should all take some weight off your feet.
This woman's really adamant that we should go inside.
Yeah, she's-
I'm pretty sure she's gonna kill us.
Oh, and ask what type of tea in celestial.
What type of tea in celestial?
She replies in celestial, jasmine and juniper, and holds up the flowers she's been picking.
Ugh, I don't want that.
Yeah, it does sound
She's
kind of horrible.
connected to the well.
Oh God.
She really wants us to go in because we're going.
Oh my God, my wolf will be in there. I run.
Okay.
If we all die because you thought your wolf was in a house with a random old lady. Also, how far away was the well to this house?
About 10-15 minute walk.
Oh, it's definitely the well lady.
I
That or this woman has made a fake, like a well with a fake inscription, so that people put their money in and then she just takes the money.
Con. Wait, what did it say?
don't. It said, "Oh, basically, I don't know.
I wish
exactly
good
the word.
fortune on the generous and woe on the stingy."
Yeah, good things happen to
Are
the
we
generous people.
being
Right?
generous?
Put her
if-
nothing and she's gonna kill us.
No, what if we're being generous by like going in and being nice to her?
Mhm.
What if it's about her, not about what we put in the well? I don't know. Maybe she's not even
So
connected.
Arwen,
I don't know anything.
inside the hut,
You know
Yeah.
what? Yeah, I
There
can't
is
argue
a-
with that. I'm going in.
there are a small cozy fire
Cozy bunnies?
around it. Excuse me, around a stone fireplace. There is a kettle currently holding or hissing, and water inside boils. There is one very comfortable looking armchair by the fire that looks well loved. It's sort of the material it seems to be thinning, and you can see that the stuffing is coming out of one of the cushions, as well as several smaller wooden chairs. There is a small kitchen, as well as hanging from the ceiling there are a number of things like vegetables. You can see a small sack of potatoes, things like that.
Can I offer to make the tea for her? Generously.
How kind of you. Yes. She hands you
Sure,
the
yeah,
basket
that bit.
holding the flowers and things, and then also hands you a. Put these over there, and you'll find some dried ones in a jar for the tea. And you walk over, and you can lay the flowers down on a. You see, there's some that have sort of been there for a couple of days, drying out. You can lay them there, and there are indeed labelled jars with various different types of tea.
Cool. Is it only the jasmine one and whatever the other thing is?
No, there are a few other types of tea there as well. These were the two types of flowers she was picking.
Hmm.
So,
Tea, would you like, lady?
the jasmine for me, please.
Okay. I make a great cup of tea.
Indeed, she sorts out 5 cups and saucers, and these are like willow patterned with little like, like the blue painted plate things which have like the willow trees and all of that sort of stuff.
Oh
on.
yeah.
They look a bit like that, so they're like hand painted with little pictures and things all over them.
Lovely.
They have a little like china set. Arwen makes tea.
So
Generously.
what is your name, madam? We didn't catch it upon coming in. I'm Stix. This is Klari, Arwen, Neo, Elvis. He's outside.
My name is Gladius.
Gladius.
With a G or a C?
G.
Gladius. Ooh. It's the name of a
Where's
sword.
Yeah.
What a lovely name. How long have you lived out here? Are you all on your own, or?
Presently, yes, I am all on my own. I've lived quite a number of years, as you can see. She gestures to her face, which is very lined and wrinkled. You can see up close. She's got hair is very white and wispy and almost sort of disappearing in places.
Well, what brought you out here in the first place to the wilds to be so on your own?
This seemed like a good place to leave today. Fate, if you will, seemed to. Well, fate seemed to shine fortune upon our meeting. So.
As in, you were. Sorry, could you repeat that a second? Fate seemed to shine fortune upon our meeting.
Indeed.
As in, like, you weren't here, but you are now here? Like, your house moves?
As much as a house can move, yes.
Do you know Matilda? Her house moves as well.
There are many Matildas in this world.
Oh,
I
gosh.
have met a scattering of through the years.
She's a bit mad. Are they all that way? Okay.
Some of them are.
Okay.
Whatever.
What exactly do you mean by, like, fate allowed you to meet us?
Fate has a role for us all in our lives. Do you not think?
I agree, but but you said specifically, like, shone forth upon us.
Well, it seems you have the good fortune of arriving on my threshold today.
Why? Why is that good?
Because I will tell you your fortune.
Oh, this is scammy. I love it.
Okay.
Have you got a crystal ball?
these, and she like turns her hand over, so it's face down, and when she turns it face back up, there is a deck of cards in her hand.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this is so exciting. I wish you actually had a deck of cards.
Oh shit! The man has a deck of cards! Oh fuck, alright.
And she leans back in her chair, puts her tea down, and starts to shuffle the cards.
Oh,
my
shit.
god, this is gonna be the best.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I bet I'm gonna get death.
Well,
Well.
we'll eventually meet death on our road through life.
Oh god. Do we
Yeah,
get to
but I'm
pick three
99%
cards or
sure.
one?
I'm no card reader, but I think if you get death, you meet it a bit quicker than most people.
Do I think the death card doesn't always mean like?
No, it just
Fate.
means
Oh yeah, I guess it can
Puts
sometimes mean just
obstacles
like
in.
people will die.
Many people's paths, some choose to remove the obstacles, some choose to avoid them. Fate is flexible in that way.
That is an incredibly good point.
Alright,
How many cards do we pick?
everyone pick one card
Oh,
Oh lord.
and just keep it to yourself for a moment.
which one is calling to me? That one. Oh,
Oh lord.
oh,
Okay.
oh, I don't know. No, I feel good about this card.
Who would like to go first? And she like holds out the deck and she does the, you know, like the casino card spread.
Hmm.
She does that in midair.
Oh my god,
Oh,
this
shit.
is cool.
Okay. This is kind of cool.
Who would like to go first?
Owen, you seem very.
Okay.
So, Arwen draws a card for the deck. And the little table that all your teas and things have been laid on is suddenly cleared, and 3 rectangles appear on it. Place your card down in one of the spaces. There are 3 spaces. First, second, third. Where would you like to place
Middle
it?
one.
Okay, put your card in the middle. No, face down.
Shit. You didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Okay. Who would like to go next? Turns to you. With this
This
fan,
is gonna be like past, present, the
This-
future. Oh my god.
fan of cards arrayed in front of you.
Should I go next?
Clary, draw a card. And again, she says, and where will you place your card?
Put it in the first one.
In the first slot, okay. Place it down. And you, my boy.
And as if like magic, I'll put mine in the last slot. Because I have a lot of choice.
Good place now.
She does the reverse, and the cards form into a stack, and then when she shakes hands apart, the cards are gone. It's like the best card trick. Now,
What's
Let us-
Neo?
let us read.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! If we could read Neo's future, we could just end the campaign here. Boom, we're
Oh
done.
my
We know what
God.
happens at the end.
necessarily. We might have to stop it.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just, oh, okay, cool. We know the devastating things that are going to happen. That's fine.
Yeah, oh my god, does Neo get a card? Oh, that'd be
No,
exciting.
This is just 3 cards for the 3 of you.
Okay.
Hold out the first card. Close her eyes, holds her hand over it, and it glows softly. The first card holds knowledge. Holds her hand over the second card, which glows again. The second card is a weapon. Weapons are like the sword, double-edged. Both can be used for good or for ill. And the third card, treasure. Treasure is varied and mixed. All things could be considered treasure. Waving a hand back at the three. Knowledge is treasured by some, weapons by others, powerful items by others still. She turns the first card over. Come on, man, I need to find. And on the first card, you see a picture of a crystal ball and a hooded figure, just face hidden in shadow, gazing into it. The divine, the pursuit of knowledge, tempered by wisdom, truth, honesty, sages, and prophecy. Look to the one who sees all. The treasure is hidden in her camp.
Who does not see all?
Look to the one who sees all. The treasure is hidden. Who sees all?
Me.
And she has a camp. Oh dear Lord. It's Beholder. Beholder lady. With a camp.
And she reaches out her hand, turns the second card over.
I really hope yours is a 2 as well. I got really excited.
Oh, can you imagine that if it was?
The philanthropist. Interesting. Charity and giving on a grand scale. Those who use wealth to fight evil and sickness. Look to a place where sickness and madness are bred, where children once cried, where treasure still lies.
Look to what?
Look to a place where sickness and madness are bred, where children once cried, the treasure still lies.
Children madness. Once bred.
Curious.
That's lie.
Where children once cried,
Oh, once cry.
the treasure still lies.
Treasure still lies. Where did children cry
School.
for Arwen? Anywhere within 30 feet of her, because she's probably hit them.
Me? Never. I don't hit children, I kick them.
My point.
So, and then she reaches for the third card.
Oh, you ruined it.
I'm sorry.
Was the 2 not calling to you?
The wizard.
Sadly not.
Mystery and riddles, the unknown. Those who crave magical power and great knowledge, wizards. Look for a wizard's tower on a lake. Let the wizard's name and servant guide you to that which you seek.
Name and what guide?
Name and servant guide you to that which you seek.
Wait, name and servant.
Mm-hmm. A curious fate the three of you have, the four of you have, entwined together. One who sees all holds knowledge. One in a place of sickness or madness holds the weapon. And one by a lake. towards the treasure. And then she snaps her fingers. And the cards disappear again. And the light,
Again.
which you hadn't realised until now, had sunk low, and these walls were leaned in around these cards. Even the daylight outside didn't seem to come through the windows quite so much. Suddenly flares up again, and you're all sort of slightly dazzled by the bright light. You will have a curious fate, but what you choose to pursue is up to you. As I said, the fate places obstacles and choices in people's pathways. Some choose to explore them, some to remove them, and some to avoid them. Thank you for the tea, Arwen.
You're welcome, lady. Gwendolyn, whatever your name is.
Gladius.
That one.
So you like gardening, eh?
Indeed, it is a pleasant pastime.
I can help if you want.
Generously.
Oh yes, are you a keen gardener yourself, Stix?
No, but I can do this. And is there any plants inside?
Yeah, there do seem to be a couple of little potted plants.
Are any like still growing?
Yeah, they all seem alive. And
Or I can use druidcraft.
You killed them all.
I can use druidcraft to make a flower blossom.
okay.
So, could I, use
Yeah.
druidcraft and this flower just sort of opens up a little bit?
Yeah, you do that. It just stands up and walks over to it and picks up and says, "Oh, this is beautiful, but it is not quite in season just yet."
Yes, Stix. Your season's right.
You
I
deserve that.
I should keep it here to watch it flourish. Just place it back on the windowsill.
Well. I'll probably just try and make like small talk and stuff until it's appropriate to leave, but there's a lot to...
Do you know anything about that well that was down the road? You seen it?
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with any well.
I guess the well doesn't travel with your house. That's yeah.
God, that was nice for nothing.
Oh, yeah.
She told her fortune for free.
Was it for free? Maybe she took our souls. We don't know. How do you
No,
know
it's still
when
got
your
it.
soul gets taken? I've never had it taken before. Unless I have.
Because when the music leaves
How do you
you...
know you've got it?
I don't know, I probably don't. To be honest.
Okay. You'll probably just try and make small talk for a little while until it's fairly appropriate to leave.
Yeah, you guys talk for a little bit, and as you're leaving, he says goodbye and I meant what I said. Don't let fate control you. You all have a part to play.
Oh no. I hate plays.
Well, everyone has a part to play, but I sense yours will be bigger than most. And
Don't want to be the main character.
you picked the wrong game.
Just give you a commoner stat block in the middle.
Maybe bigger is the wrong word. Maybe harder.
Mediocre. to study.
Your fate will be more challenging. I sense good in all of you. And the good rarely have an easy life.
Hey, guys, I'm good.
I no longer believe this woman's tarot reading.
And you will make it on your way.
All I'm saying is, let's try to speed up the process, but she's pretty old.
As you
In season or not, I feel like, you know.
as you walk away, you get a short distance away, and you turn back for a last look, and there is no hut.
Do we just have a joint hallucination? We went on a trip.
Maybe that well was weird, and it put us all in give us all some kind of trip. Like, I mean, you asked for a wolf, right? Well, she had nothing to do with wolf. She was very definitely not wolf. Nor
I didn't
was
ask for
she
not bunnies.
But here's the thing. Maybe we just didn't put enough in, and therefore we received woe by not getting what we wanted, and instead we got a random woman who.
I mean, Clary put
told
in
that thing.
a lot of money.
Like 50 gold, yeah, sure.
Which
That's like good for like some people, sure. Me being one of them, but you know.
50 times what you put in.
Way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I don't follow your mainstream ideals.
Oh,
You
Hipster Stix.
you-
Sorry.
you people of civilization and your mainstream ideals of monetary value. Ugh. I should really take this band off. That's made me really. Just take it off. Duh. That was weird. Also, so the lake.
Mm-hmm.
We said, I'm pretty sure, I came from somewhere right next to a lake, and that frightens me. Also, I have a question. Is the Black Spire a wizard's tower?
You make a history check.
What the fuck is
History
that?
check.
Oh, there. Ooh, it's
History check.
Big thing of notes about
History check. Plus 3, 14.
14. You know the Black Spire is very strongly associated with I'm just rereading my notes that I wrote a while ago. So you know that the Black Spire is very strongly tied to the lake and the city that surrounds it. Black Spire Lake. It is what gives the area its region. That area its name is this distinctive shard of black crystalline rock that sticks out of the earth. However, with a 14, you don't know much more than that about the nature of the tower itself.
I'm just trying to remember.
It is something you could look into if you were to go somewhere with a decent library.
I'm just trying to remember whether we said, because I know we said at one point my family was from somewhere with a lake, and I confess I have the notes on that back home on my iPad. I believe it was either Bellamar or
Well, there
Wingstad.
is
Windstand is next to a lake, so and what Bellamar
Well,
rings
if
a bell.
you're from an elven family, it would most likely be from somewhere within the forest.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
There is only one lake of sort of mappable size, which is Calgrove. However, there are other lakes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't have those notes to hand as to where you're from either, so
I remember
we will
we discussed it.
nail that down when you get home.
Yeah,
And
might
go
have,
for that.
might have told you on Facebook Messenger.
And we will sort out exactly where you're from. And I might put a little pin on the map or something like that. Same with you, Arwen. But there are a number of, you can't imagine that in the whole forest that is there are no lakes. And the thing about maps and things like that as well, like mountains, lakes, those sorts of features tend to be elaborated on maps unless you've got on large scale maps like this, unless you've got a specifically section away region, things often aren't to scale. So
Yeah,
there could easily be, well, there definitely are lakes throughout the forest, as and where they are then.
Okay. Anyway,
But yes, anything you want to question, then potentially you can make checks about it now, or save it down and as a research topic.
Well, after that quite heavy drop of mystery, shall we head on? We have time to make up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go for a brisk jog.
A brisk, maybe not a jog, but
That is another option too. You can push your travel each day. Try and push at a faster speed and for more hours if you want to make the journey quicker. You'll then have to start making checks for exhaustion and things like that, especially for successive days. It will get increasingly difficult to.
I feel like we're going at a decent pace. So
Yeah, this is kind of your fourth day, as out of about a 15-day journey.
do we feel like we should pick up the pace, or are we gonna? We're going all right. Do you think?
I mean, it depends how much more we're going to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like obviously we really do need to get there. Obviously sooner rather than later. I guess if things come our way, there's no harm in just like stopping. We'll
Yeah.
see them either way, but yeah, I agree. In the thing that's probably gonna make up most of our time is like stopping with this lady. I imagine probably took it all in all about like an hour.
Yeah, it was a couple of hours at most.
Because that could have been like a mile, So I don't know.
I mean, have we been just like... If we've just been walking, we could do a brisk gallop on the animals.
Yeah, you want to push her. I mean,
And
the
that
animals.
won't wear us out.
This is true.
Yeah. They can't go because they're also carrying double. They're carrying two people. They can't massively increase their pace for too long.
Thank you. I squeaked.
But you could push them a little bit if you wanted to try and increase the pace.
And then we can just walk while they're in wherever they go to recover.
Good point. Isn't that kind of animal abuse though? No, because we're letting them
killed it
rest.
once.
Huh?
You killed...
When?
Neo killed his horse
Neo
once.
jumped his off a cliff
Oh yeah.
to save you.
Fucking Neo. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So, no, it's not. They come back and they're fine.
That's a good point. They don't really die. actually sort of go somewhere. Yeah, fuck it. Okay, so yeah, we can try and sort of push things push the boat out a little bit and go a little bit quicker for the rest of today and the next couple of days and see sort of how much money we get.
Yeah, so you're going to push for the next 2 days.
Yeah, see when it makes big difference.
So there's not a lot of time left in the day, so it won't make that much difference unless you want to push the hours this evening. So you don't have to make a check for today, but if you want to make a check for the next day, everyone can make a Constitution saving throw.
With a +4, because you'll all be within.
Yeah, with 6 as a bonus. So
but unfortunately, you have to stay within 10 feet of me for like the entire day. Sorry. Oh fuck. That is quite a thing. What?
18.
Let me just check my con here. That is
Oh, 12 plus 4.
4
16.
plus 8.
8 total.
8 total.
So everyone other than Stix, you guys push on and you start by sort of riding the mounts for a little bit at a little bit of a trot, but they can only sustain that for so long. So to try and maintain this faster pace and let them rest, you dismount and Neo and Stix like leads them along by the reins. It's not quite a jog, but a brisk walk that you can maintain for a while. But it takes a little bit of a toll on you, Stix, and unfortunately with an 8 you do end up with 1 level of exhaustion at the end of the first day.
I's a tired boy. 1 level of exhaustion at the end of the first day.
Yes.
Cool.
But you reckon you've covered maybe 25% more that day?
Okay. So if you said crossing one of these squares is like 2 days,
Yeah.
we've gone sort of like 2.5 days. Done like 2.5 days worth in just 1 day. Okay, cool. Neat. Okay.
So yeah, you essentially, with that sort of half a day, you essentially made up the time you lost when tending to the family.
Cool. Awesome. I think that's pretty good.
Do you want to push yourself again for the second day?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Go for a couple of days and test it.
Okay.
Test the system.
That's another Constitution saving throw from everyone.
Brr.
Oh,
Doing
For
this
fuck's sake.
multiple days in a row.
Do we still get the plus 4?
You still get the bonus, but doing it multiple days in a row is slightly harder.
So I got an 8. 9.
Okay. Arwen is hardy in the woods.
Fuck.
Also got a 9.
The weapon
So got a
is
9.
Arwen.
Okay.
Oh no, 10.
10.
I've got to add 9.
Okay, so Klari, you take a level of exhaustion, and Stix, you now have 2 levels of exhaustion. I believe.
Stop. We gotta stop.
Why?
I'm tired.
Oh, I'm as fit as a fiddle. Let's go.
I've known many a fiddle. And they're not fit. They're literally made of wood and string.
I'm very fit, like a fiddle.
Well...
And 2 levels of exhaustion, Stix, does mean that your speed is halved.
Yes, so unfortunately we can't really go very fast anyway.
Hurry up.
Sorry.
Good.
So, you are reduced back to a normal pace with your mounts. Fortunately, they can bear the strain to travel at a normal pace, but you can no longer push yourselves with Stix unless you could find a way to.
Fuck, it's for diseases and poisons. That might. I thought lay on hands could work to get rid of exhaustion.
Yeah, you can no longer afford to push yourself in this way unless you can find another way of increasing your speed or extending the duration that your mounts can go for.
I will thunderous smite behind me the entire way to boost my speed.
Thunder Smite pushes you 10 feet, I believe.
Yes.
So you've got
Short bursts.
6 or 7 spell slots, so you can go 70 feet.
But then I can take. I'll use a second level spell slot, so that is another 3, and then I'll use my channel divinity to get a second level spell slot back, and then do it again. So that's actually
8 levels of spells.
that's
Or
80 feet.
80.
Now, whether that's worth anything to you guys or not is up to you.
So it's up to you.
I mean, if you don't mind taking some damage, I can keep. Oh no, wait. Which one is the one where I pull?
I mean, you could just get there already. You could turn into like a wolf and just fucking like dash it on over there. And as a wolf, you have the same speed as Klari, so you can just. You guys can go. Leave me.
Where's the one where I... Hold on.
6, you find 2 bodies.
Yeah, if you don't mind taking 1d6 of damage, I can keep thorn whipping you and pulling you towards.
It's more than that because you're above level 5. So
Yeah, yeah, no. I
It
think
should be
that's
2d6.
now 2d6. Next level will be 3d6.
Oops.
Awesome.
No, it's level 11. It goes up.
Yes, it is. You
So
are
yeah,
right.
if you don't mind, I can just
I.
drag your lifeless body.
You know what? I'm good.
Okay. Well, I just thought I'd check.
That is fair. I'm good. I mean, I'm not. I'm really slow. I'm tired. But there we go. Gotta go slow.
Yes. So you're reduced back to a normal pace, just spending the day riding on Elvis. You cannot
Indeed.
boost your speed.
Clop, 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 clop.
But fortunately,
Would
you're not
I-
slowed. As a group, you're not slowed because
Yeah.
of this.
Would I? So obviously the second day doing the thing, and then would I get a long rest to then have it
I'm
back
gonna
to
say
one?
because
Probably
this is an
not, because then otherwise you'd never get a point
because
of
this is an
exhaustion. Yeah.
extended period of travel and you're pushing yourself multiple days in a row, that they stack up like that.
That's fair.
Otherwise, there would almost be no disadvantage.
Yeah. Cool. Then, yeah. Second day of travel, just clop, 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 all slow and like.
So, you guys have pushed yourself for a couple of days. You feel like you've made a good amount of progress. And you've increased the distance covered in that time. So you're ahead of schedule, but you've pushed yourselves and you just need to take a day off and travel at a normal pace again for the time being. And you're pushing through, and you start putting together a few threads. You've seen, on your travels now, you've seen a couple of sort of, on this route, you've stumbled across a few abandoned sort of spots that look like people have camped there. You've maybe picked one of these yourselves one evening of, people have stayed here recently. There's already a stone circle with some ashes in that you can use that saves you some time having to collect for a safe fire and things like that. And you're making the connection that actually there's been quite a few people on the edge of the forest recently, or have sort of pushed in. There seems to be a number of campfires, and eventually you stumble across one fairly early in the evening. You push through the trees and you find a small number of ruins, a number of small buildings that have been long since collapsed. Nothing more than short waist-high walls remains in most places, and yeah, it looks like it would be a good place to stop for the night. But as you start to investigate several of the buildings, you spot a couple of things that stand out to you in a few ways. People have left things behind. There's a bag of food. There's some blankets and things in another building. And one of them there's a large amount of sort of ash and soot against the wall, as if a fire was almost out of control and then sort of got knocked over maybe, or something that was up against a wall. And so you find yourself on the outskirts, sort of looking at these ruins with a couple of sort of strange signs that you wouldn't have necessarily expected to see. What would you like to do?
Probably go investigate them real quick if we're thinking this is a
Mhm.
decent place to set down.
Yeah, it looks like these
Then-
would provide reasonably good cover sort of amongst the trees. The walls are, only about sort of waist high.
Yeah, it's definitely worth investigating real quick.
Yeah. And so you start out, you pick through, and there's not much going on. And just roll a quick investigation check for me.
That is 11.
Okay, so you look through and you find a few things. Seems to be a few personal possessions and things like that, which seems a little odd that people would leave these things behind if they were traversing through. Like you find a small cloth doll and things like that. And this cloth doll has little horns and things.
It's a tiefling. It's an old tiefling doll.
Yeah, and you just get
People came through here.
an odd sense from these things. Like, why would someone leave this behind? Surely if a child came through here, they would, children love their dolls and things like that. They don't generally discard them. And as you're slowly moving through what looks to be the remains of a village now, as you start getting it, you just hear a creaking in the wind. And you're not sure, was that a tree?
Adopting a child.
Was that a tree? What was that sound? Is it sort of a...
Oh god, it's a zombie child.
What would you like to do? You've got a number of buildings
Primeval
arrayed
awareness.
out in front of you. Primeval awareness is... It consumes a spell slot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a number of undead around.
Oh well, shit.
Let's get those smites ready.
So should we bed down for the night?
Seems like a lovely place to rest, really.
Yeah.
Cannot fault it in any sense of the word. Damn it, I was hoping Neo had a spell.
Can I see any?
No.
I was just making sure. Oh, God.
You can't... You can still sense them if they're behind cover, can't you? You
Yeah.
can't see them.
Well, yeah, it can be for miles and miles. You can go up to like 6 miles.
Yes. There are undead... Yeah, that's true. Your range is ridiculous. There are undead within 6 miles of you.
Shit. Do you know the direction? Or do you just know that they're there?
I think you
I just know that they're there.
You
I
know
don't-
within 6 miles of you, an undead exists.
Okay. Taking that information, I'm just going to immediately
Yeah, it doesn't reveal their number or location.
Immediately pull out my sword, move forward, and try and investigate this sort of creaking, moaning sound.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, is it going to be an undead child?
It's undead, it's fine.
Throw you over
Oh no, there's a map.
to this. Number of.
There's a map. Where's the map?
I don't know, you guys are off on
Is it
this
like
edge
Beamer?
at the
Beamer?
moment.
It's
Big
huge
map.
mountains.
Oh, I've got 2 level points of exhaustion here. I want half speed.
I don't.
This could be bad. This could be really, really bad. Well. Alright.
No, not around here.
So where was the sort of moaning noise coming from again?
This is where you guys are. You're moving essentially down through the village on this map to. And so the sound came from deeper into the village.
Okay. Here, we're at 15 feet increments.
How are you moving?
I'm going to say stealthily.
Okay.
Ooh, should I
roll
stealthy us?
Roll the stealth.
Hold
check.
on, let me stealth us.
Okay. Pass without trace.
Yeah.
Pass without trace. Good, because I have disadvantage on ability checks.
You do.
So. Oh, that was decent as well. Oh, it's fine. 19.
So is that 19 plus Arwen or 19?
19
with-
plus Arwen.
10.
Wow.
I rolled a 14 and a 19.
Wow.
Wait, that disadvantage.
Because I have exhaustion.
Yeah, if you roll a 14 and a 19, then it would be the 40.
Yeah, but then plus 5 for my stealth.
So he's 14 on the dice plus his modifier.
I see.
Yes.
So that's
I see.
a plus 10 because you get 10 from me.
Indeed. Should I roll stealth?
So did I was like,
If it's not done on the computer, I forget how it is.
Plus,
10.
yeah.
Disadvantage. 16.
You don't have disadvantage.
Yeah, I think they've got that on his question.
Oh, yes, you do.
He has one, so he doesn't have reduced movement speed. So
9.
Oh, it's still a 19 without Arwen's pass without trace.
So we've got two 29s.
29.
I was like, oh no, I rolled a 9. Oh, my modifier's 10.
I got a natural 20, so that's 37.
Oh, fuck.
Neo got a 6.
It's fine, you got 16!
So
Well done!
It's pretty good.
he's rocking a 17 overall. Feeling pretty good about themselves. 29, 29, 37.
Almost being like super sneaky. And then
So yeah, you guys.
Neo's just like, snap.
it's just regular
Sorry.
sneaky. Like,
Yeah. So I don't think I'll worry about this passive perception 8 of these things that are.
I'd like to do some
so you don't
stealthy
have
hitmanning
disadvantage,
and
maybe.
just...
For a screwdriver in the head.
I see, exactly.
Okay, so you guys are sneaking through, and so you get to this first building where Stix is. You should all be able to move yourselves.
Yes, I can move myself.
And like creeping down, moving low, and then like peeking up over the wall is when you spot the first obvious signs of violence. There appear to be a number of drag marks. You see 2 distinctive drag marks as if something was dragged back, like sort of its heels dragging in the ground, and you start to see patches of dry blood as if bodies lay there and bled out. There are large dark brown stains in the earth, as well as sprays over the walls and things like that.
I really hope these tieflings have killed the undead things. And this is all just like...
Well, you've detected undead,
Yeah,
so
but can
I'm gonna
undead
say,
die?
Undead
yes.
can be put to rest.
Damn it.
Undead can be re-deadified.
Yeah.
Hoping they all the tieflings drag all the undead away. Kill them all.
So... Fuck. Okay. I'll keep an eye out. Can I try and make a perception check to try and better ascertain where they might be
Yeah, make a
in
perception
the
check.
vicinity of us? I think I've only got +1 to perception, so here we go. Answer disadvantage, so let's go, boys. Alright. Oh, 2 10s. So that's 11.
11. So,
One behind the wall.
so from that, you can probably ascertain that you're moving in the right direction because you can spot that there seems to be another well. This one seems to be completely crumbled and destroyed. There's just the bare remnants of the walls remaining. So what would give it away, sort of behind a cluster of buildings. And you've seen very little signs, and you've now moved in towards the signs of violence. So it seems you can assume that you're heading in the right direction, but you don't spot any threats from this distance.
Just keep on moving then.
Yeah, I'll say roll another stealth check, and basically, unless anyone rolls a 1, then you guys are going to be absolutely fine.
Well, I'm disadvantaged, so...
Better not
Do we
roll.
still
Okay.
Yeah, you still have pass without trace.
My first one was 1.
See,
Unless I can roll less than a 1, that would be.
No,
but
okay.
you've got 11.
Oh, the plus 10, so it's 11.
But it is a 1, which doesn't normally mean a critical failure, rules as written. However, it is going to have an effect.
Mine would be 18.
Did you say we still had pass with trace?
You still have pass without trace.
That would mean that then I'd still have like 21.
Which
No,
is
but his
fucking-
rules!
Fucking bonkers. And so,
With disadvantage,
Unfair.
I would have 32.
my god. Neo has a 22. But
Right,
that's
you
not
guys
impressive.
go over there because we're going to be seen. So you just...
So, you guys move forwards, and in trying to move carefully, Arwen and Klari try and just sort of like help each other over this wall. I'll say you guys have moved up to here now, and so Arwen tries to sort of like help Klari over the wall just to make sure that no one like trips, and just loses focus slightly as she turns to help Neo and lets Klari go a little bit before Klari's found her foot.
Sorry.
And one of your feet catches this wall and just kicks one of the stones off it, and it just sort of clatters to the ground. And from this building in front of you, there's just this sort of and pushing itself up from the ground in this sort of shambling, like twisted form. You can see horns spiraling back from its head, dark purple skin, decayed and sort of beginning
Spirally horns.
No, I'm wrong. Horns like pulling back from its head, and like skin is like starting to sort of almost like melt like candle wax on it, and it's just like it stands up. It's currently facing away from you, and then you look and you see as well over here another.
Can I throw a stone in another direction? As a diversion.
Video game logic.
I know what you're referencing as well. No, so it would be excellent.
No.
Yeah, you can.
How exciting.
Where are you aiming to throw your stone?
I'm gonna throw it over here, like over there.
So you want to throw it to your left,
Yeah.
stage right. Okay. You're aiming for this region, or are you trying to get it further away?
Kind of like in the road.
In the,
sort of.
okay.
Just
Yeah, just make a quick dex check. Just straight dexterity. You can easily like grab one of these bits and
19.
okay. You throw it, and this creature turns. One of them just turns and just turns and looks off towards the road, and it starts. It like moves forwards and like falls over the wall, and like gets up and just like starts like shuffling. You can see this one has suffered some sort of leg injury and is stumbling. Like it doesn't seem to be actually slowing it down, but it's like causing a hitch in its gait. You can see the through the shin, the bone is poking through, and it just starts slowly shuffling in this direction.
Just watch it fall down the hill. Okay. Upon seeing this thing,
And there's one, you can see one is still standing in this position. Doesn't seem to have picked up on Owen's stone. It's looking away from you, where it's, but it's kind of like you've seen Iron Legend, haven't you? Where at the beginning, where he runs in, they're all just sort of like standing there, just like
yeah, they're like dormant.
yeah, or like clickers or something like that. Just
Yeah.
not moving yet. It seems to have sort of almost been activated and stood up, but hasn't picked up on, because even with a natural 1, Clara gets a 21. Yeah.
God, imagine if she was invisible. She could like never be found.
I could find her.
Oh yeah. Never mind.
So you can see those two at the moment.
Fudge cakes.
Shall I shoot?
Can I use,
Mm.
because I feel like it's inevitable, can I use my divine sense, which doesn't use up a spell slot or anything, and any within 60 feet of me,
Does that give you
That-
the number?
I know the location of any undead within 60 feet of me.
That is not behind total.
That is not behind
cover.
total cover.
Now, how to rule this?
But all of the stones are half.
But if you were
Then
lying
I guess
down
if they're
behind
lying
it,
down,
That's true.
that would be.
much cover.
So obviously you get one off to your side and one ahead of you. You also get. Okay, I compromise like this. You also get 3 other pings in the village for clusters of them. I'll say.
Clusters.
Yes. So you get like 3 other pings, like localized to 3 different points, but that will compromise. And I'll tell you that as a compromise because of the coverage and a bit of a debateful one. It's an interesting one, but yeah. Including those 2, you get 3
Fuck.
additional.
Okay, so we've got 3 other clusters. So that's not even just one. That's just like a cluster of them. If we just want to clear the shit out of this and sort of take them down one by one to the point where we can get them to a manageable amount, I think that's probably the best thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously just starting rampaging and charging through the village and getting ourselves killed will be a very valid option.
Yeah.
What's the range of your, not Hunter's Mark, your pass without trace, just for, is it 30 feet
30
around
feet.
you?
I believe it's 30 feet from her.
Yeah, I just want to have it in my mind so I know how far you guys can spread out.
I want to move
Yeah.
as a unit.
Okay. So if you can spread out at least 30 feet, or up to 30 feet from Arwen and still benefit. Okay.
As a unit. So I think if everyone moves.
Shall I shoot this guy?
I was gonna say,
It's
do you think
here
you,
in
do you
the
think you
road.
could shoot it? And if I was to try and shoot it as well, and Klari, I mean, if we then miss, if anyone rolls a 1, or if anyone misses, like we've got backups, and if it's got a bit more health than we expected, we have backups as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can sneak to this one because it's
Yeah,
weird.
and we'll
and we can
see.
just go stab.
Yeah, and we'll see from there what happens. So I guess if we try to shoot this guy first.
Okay. We will drop into a quick initiative now, and we'll drop into stealth initiative. So, and we'll just take things turn by turn to keep track of everything that's going on for everyone.
Oh shit! It's also 10 to 11.
It is.
It is very late.
So we shall roll some initiative.
13 plus 2 is 15.
Is it +4?
Yes.
Someone's 14.
No,
Oh.
20.
Ooh.
+4.
Nice. You're a
I
killer.
appreciate that I literally rolled a nat 1 and then rolled
Okay. So,
Wait, I think I did a nat 20 and then a nat 1.
a
Oh my god.
God.
Look at us.
so above a 20. Just Clary.
Yes.
Got a 20.
24.
Okay. 15 to 20.
15.
Okay. Okay, and then 10 to 15. 14 for Arwen. And then bringing up the rear as he often does.
Good old Neo.
Yes. Okay, so Clary, you are up first. You can see 2 ahead of you.
We were going
Some coloured dots on things.
to attacking this
Weird,
one
yeah,
together, didn't we?
Yeah.
Who's going in Arwen last?
Owen's last, but technically this all happens at the same time.
I was going to say I'll
So-
hold an action to when Arwen attacks.
That's fair. Yeah, that works.
So I'm going to hold my action to throw a dagger at the one on the right when Arwen attacks.
Okay. So I'll just quick reminder of stuff. You still get all your actions for the duration of things like spell. The rounds are double in length essentially, so they take 12 seconds rather than 6. So spells last their usual time, but it will be less rounds, things like that. If you sneak up behind an enemy, you can potentially eliminate it in stealth, provided its CR is 1/4 of your level. You guys are level 8, so you can take out anything up to CR 2. Yeah, and to do so, it must not be like aware or alerted of you. It must still be pretty much melee. You obviously get things like advantage to hit and stuff like that from them from being hidden. Ranged, they get a bonus to their AC to replicate the difficulty of that kill shot. So, if for example something has a CR has a an AC of 12 and you roll a 15, that will still hit it and deal damage, but it won't instantly kill it. Because you've got to get a certain amount above their AC to hit that small target kill shot. Yes, Klari, you are holding your action to throw a dagger at the one on the right, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, they are basically unaware, so they're not going to do anything. I should put coloured dot on these to identify them. So they're basically not doing anything. They're all just sort of keep where they are, and you can just hear this sort of like different sort of tones of. Now you listen carefully. So Stix, you're next.
Alright. I'll also be holding my action to shoot it.
Okay.
And I'm going to come up to around sort of here, sort of get behind this rock, like mount up my heavy crossbow.
Okay.
And aim up a shot.
Okay. Arwen.
Let's all fire at the same time.
So you're all going for the same one.
Let's roll.
So it is quite far away from you, Klari.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're gonna have to. Oh yeah, you have to.
So you will roll
Yeah, you might have to move.
disadvantage to hit that one, I'm afraid.
Is it too late to say that I would have moved closer?
It is, yes.
Whoa. Fuck. +2 +3 is. I think
Your proficiency plus your dex.
7.
Yeah.
So.
That's 20.
Oh,
But then
fuck.
I just advantage, so that's like a... Oh, like 19, 16.
16.
16,
Okay.
17, 23.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Stix missed.
What did you roll, Stix?
Stix rolled a. I'm just making sure. Yeah, Stix rolled a 9.
9 hits.
Oh!
But it's,
Oh, yeah! Okay.
but
Yeah.
it's not the lethal kill shot.
That's
Arwen,
fine.
everyone was holding their action waiting for you, so we'll say that you go first.
I got 24.
You got a 24.
Yeah, does that hit?
Yeah, that does hit.
Oh, that's nice. Good, good.
So you fire your arrow, and it goes in one side of this skull, which seems to have been decayed in some way, and just out the other side.
Nice.
Roll damage for me.
12. Hold on. Can I do?
You can't do Colossus Slay because it's not taking damage.
Yes. 12.
12. Okay. Well. Yeah, it's gone. This thing just.
Oh, that's a shame.
And so even. So Stix is your crossbow bolt and Klari, your dagger just all just fell into this thing, but it is completely lifeless. Arwen's arrows removed part of its skull and just.
Well, technically it's lifeless before.
It's deathless.
And it just
And yet also lifeless.
hits the ground.
A strange phenomena.
I think we should call it there. And pick this up next session.
Fantastic. Oh, thank you very much.
Fun.
It was a very enjoyable session. It's interesting, like, because I've DM'd in person,
Yes.
but playing in person is altogether different as well.
Yes.
It's definitely a lot more enjoyable.